horrible. And when you play horrible, you're supposed to lose.
This week you got the Bloomington Edge coming in. They're 2-0. They scored 48 and 50 points in their first 2 games. What's the attack going to need to do defensively to slow them down?
The Bloomington Edge is a great running team. They run the ball well. They go in the I backfield when they get in the red zone, which is going to allow them to kick out a linebacker and get to the edge. They do a lot of toss sweeps. They do a lot of dives. They do a lot of fullback dive, fake fullback dive, and then they toss sweep just like the Madden on the video game. They do run the ball very well. They have a quarterback with a very good arm, and their receivers catch the ball in traffic well. They're a very good team, and it's going to be a tough challenge for us. And after last week's performance, them being 2-0 and the way we look, they're going to feel like they can beat us, and it's going to be a great challenge for us to see how we rebound from adversity, because that tells you how a true champion is. Not last year's record, but how you guys can come back from adversity. And right now, we're our back's against the wall. We're like animals pinned in the corner, and I want to see how they react.
Well, last week the Edge only gave up 4 points, and the attack wide receivers and QBs didn't seem to be too in sync. What's the offense going to need to do to get back on track this week?
I'm not really worried about anything that other teams do and how great they did against some other team that's not even in this league. That's nice. I think they're a great defense. I think their offense is a great team. Their defense is a great team. I also think that as long as we execute, I don't worry about what other teams do.
All right, as a head coach, you're always trying to help your team get better every day. What are some areas of improvement that you'd like to work on, and where do you think you can make the biggest changes right now?
Right now, the things we need to do right now on offense was the basics. We've been practicing this week. Certain coverages, being able to read, being in the right position, the right way. That's what we've been going over. Basics. That's what it's going to take for us to even move the ball and get 2 or 3 completions. As far as the QB goes, we need our QB to start doing his draft, start making his reads.
Sometimes I need to remember just to breathe. Sometimes I need you to stay away from me. Sometimes I'm in disbelief I didn't know. Somehow I need you to go. Just a few minutes of play-by-play on the broadcast here the last time. That's going to be great fun, great X-League action. Once again, Saturday, April 11th, right here at the St. Charles Family Arena. You can watch the game on BacklightTV.com, and you can also check it out on TalkSCL.com as well. Well, I'm Todd Blackstock, announcer for the St. Louis Attack. We'll see you this weekend for St. Louis Attack football.
Broken phone means hassle to some. To others, catastrophe. Don't replace it, repair it. CPR has 8 area locations to fix it and get you on your way. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. Your phone has water damage? CPR can fix it. Cracked screen? CPR can fix it. Broken tablets, laptops, game systems, or any other device? CPR can fix it. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. 8 locations in the St. Louis Metro. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com to find a store near you. CPR can fix it.
Are you looking for new, exciting, and inexpensive ideas to boost revenue and attendance at your next grand opening, charity event, or fundraiser? If so, visit Pinshot.com. Pinshot.com is St. Louis's leading provider of specialty sport promotions like the half-court shot, field goal kick contest, and hole-in-one shootouts. Make your next casino or Texas Hold'em night a winner with a Royal Flush or Lucky 21 promotion. Don't forget to ask about our fall football programs. Pinshot.com, ensuring sports' greatest moments.
You're listening to St. Louis Attack Arena Football on 1380 AM and TalkSTL.com.
Powered by CPR, Cell Phone Repair.
And welcome back to the St. Charles Family Arena. Todd Blackstock, Dave Solomon, and Gary B. is going to be joining us tonight in and out of the broadcast. Gary does the sports section of the community news. Brian Roth is doing the pregame intros right now, having a lot of fun down here. Folks, come on down to the Family Arena if you're in the area. And right now we're going to continue our pregame with Dave Solomon, with the head coach of the Bloomington Edge.
And thank you very much, and welcome back to St. Louis Attack Football. I'm David Solomon alongside Todd Blackstock, and I am here with the head coach of the Bloomington Edge, John Johnson. And Coach Johnson, you are in your 7th season total with the Edge franchise that was formerly known as Bloomington Extreme. What's it like being back in St. Charles, Missouri, where you were actually here back when the Extreme were old rivals with the River City Rage?
It's nice to be here, Dave. It's a real nice city, and it's a short trip for a road trip, so that's pretty good. We like that. We enjoy the shorter trip, but two good teams, and I think this is going to become a rivalry in the X League for a while. I think this league's here to stay, and Mr. Haynes almost came and helped us get our team back going, and then Mike Mink took over, and they know one another from the league office, so it is a bit of a rivalry already.
And it's good to hear that. And with rivalry and such intensity, obviously you guys were in different leagues the past season, but what do you know about the Attack, who had an undefeated regular season last year?
We're very similar teams. I think we can run the ball. We're both physical teams. Got good players, play hard of Midwest kids, you know what I mean, like that. So it's good, hard, solid football, and I think it's going to be great work ethic on both sides from these kids.
Now, one player to watch if you're coming out to the game, and great tickets are still available here, so if you're in the neighborhood, come on out, or you can watch the stream online, whether it's live or on YouTube as well, in addition to listening on Talk STL. But Antonio Ficklin, just what does he bring to the team?
Well, Fick is, he was all league in the other league we played in for 3 years, so that he played here at the Extreme and the Edge. He's a great pass rusher, very physical player, gifted. He can run, he can move, he's quick. He can also play some offensive line, fullback. He's a very versatile kid.
And as we mentioned earlier, you guys, this is your first year in the X League. Just what has been the biggest adjustment? You won your opener at Marion, which is another new team. In fact, the Attack will be playing Marion in each of their next 2 games, a little home and home. But what's been the biggest adjustment to the X League so far?
Learning the new rules, like the X dash to start the game and the different point systems you get. That's all kind of new. And even though we had a couple touchdown lead against Marion towards the end, I'm sitting there thinking about there could be a 12-point play here or a 10-point play or 11 points, so you never seem to be out of it in this league with the scoring at the end of the game.
And it's wild. You'll hear a little more on that later on the broadcast, but every defensive step is a score in this league. Every time you can catch a team without scoring, the defense can score points too, so lots of great scoring. But one more question here for the head coach of the Bloomington Edge, John Johnson. We talked about Antonio Ficklin. Who are some of the players to watch on offense who might be able to show and dazzle a little of their skill?
Well, last year, the league we were in, we led the league in offense, in every category, and one of them was our wide receiver, Marcus Lewis, is something special. Big, tall kid that can run, physical as well as skilled. And our running backs, Andre Raymond and Lyndon Rawls, are NFL-type quality. They've had some cups of coffee with the NFL, so those are big playmakers for us on offense. Our 2 running backs and our wide receiver. And the quarterback is a little bit old. I coached him in college 12 years ago, but he's still got some magic in the arm, but once in a while it's a little high.
And that quarterback, of course, being Haven Mosley. A lot to look forward to. We are just minutes away. Coach Johnson, thank you very much for joining us here today.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back with more alongside Todd Blackstock. I'm David Solomon. You're listening to St. Louis Attack Football on TalkSTL.com, 1380 AM.
A broken phone means hassle to some. To others, catastrophe. Don't replace it, repair it. CPR has 8 area locations to fix it and get you on your way. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. Your phone has water damage? CPR can fix it. Cracked screen? CPR can fix it. Broken tablets, laptops, game systems, or any other device? CPR can fix it. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. 8 locations in the St. Louis Metro. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com to find a store near you. CPR can fix it. Your voice of the St. Louis Attack. 1380 AM and TalkSTL.com.
Powered by CPR. Cell phone repair.
And welcome back to the St. Charles Family Arena, home of your St. Louis Attack. We had a lovely rendition of our national anthem performed by the youth down there in the in the end zone. And Dave Solomon, Gary B. We've got Owen Schroyer back in the studio making things happen for us. Scotty Boom Boom is our producer. And we're set for St. Louis Attack football. Gary B. is with us and Dave Solomon. And Dave, I'll go to you first. Pre-game, you had a chance to sit down and talk to Coach. And, we listened a little bit on the pregame about how there's going to be a little bit of shakeup in the lineup tonight. It looks like quarterback Mike McMullen is not going to be able to go tonight.
Yeah, Mike McMullen is not being able to go, but rest assured, you don't have to go too far to find his replacement. It's going to be his brother Dan taking over at quarterback, and you're thinking, well, okay, how much of a drop-off is there? Coach McKinney isn't expecting much, if any, of a drop-off. In fact, if anything, he might be just as good or better because he was very high on Dan McMullen, saying he's got a great quick release as we are getting ready to start with the X-Dash here. DeAndre Jackson out for the St. Louis Attack and Lyndon Riles for Bloomington, but back on Dan McMullen. Quick release, great awareness of the offense, and best of all, his teammates have a lot of confidence in him, and chemistry can go a long way. We just didn't see the offense being in sync last game.
And right now, it's just about time for the X-Dash. We've got both players out on the field. DeAndre Jackson on the 20-yard line, and this is always one of my favorite things as they're on their backs right now, and this is one of the unique things about the X-League. DeAndre Jackson up. He's got the ball. 15, 10, 5. And I think DeAndre once again wins the X-Dash, one of the most fabulous X-Dash participants. I know last year he won just about every single one. And from my side, he won it. And Gary B., welcome to the broadcast. Gary B. with the Community News. And thanks for stopping in for a moment. I know we're going to talk to you at length at halftime, and you'll be chiming in throughout the game.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity here, Todd. Yeah, you and David, always fun to be with. I know we had several games last year and had a great time doing that, and looking forward to get back into the swing of things here.
How about that? So that's Gary B. We're going to have the Gary B. Community News Report. And
well,
basically, the DeAndre Jackson, he had the immediate edge right off the bat.
He just sprinted right into that end zone, and it's important to note too, attacker up 2-0, but the Edge are out on offense.
The Edge will have the ball. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 5-yard line. And we're set for action out here. Game number 3. This time it's a handoff right up the middle, and the St. Louis Attack defense swarms immediately, and there's nothing going on there. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Bloomington.
Yeah, Andre Raymond on the carry, veteran running back. Coach Johnson had a lot of respect for him. But it's important to note, too, that Coach McKinney wanted the attack to tighten up, especially on the defensive line, stay in the box a little more, just play an overall tighter game.
All right, 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Bloomington Edge with the ball. Snap back is a little bit high. Quarterback throws on the near side, and it's complete to Joe Green. So Joe Green brings it up to about the 10-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5 yards for the Edge. And the quarterback, Haven Mosley, he's a pretty big guy, standing 6'2", 230 from Kentucky Wesleyan. And it is, in fact, 3rd down and 5. 14 minutes to go here. We're just underway. St. Louis Attack football right here on TalkSTL.com, 1380 AM. Mosley back in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got a big rush. He throws it down the right side and into the Attack's area. Right in. I don't want to call it the Attack's bench. And that's going to bring up 4th down. There's no punting here in the X League. And it's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Edge.
Well, big key that Coach McKinney also emphasized was wanting to get more of a pass rush. Bernard Quinn had both sacks for the Attack, the only 2 sacks in the game last week. And Quinn was just right on Mosley's tail there, really pressured Mosley and forced him to throw the ball away.
Yeah, that's the 3rd play in a row that the defense of the Attack really put a lot of pressure on the offense of Bloomington.
So here we have it, 4th down and 5, 13-10 to go here in the first quarter. Mosley, another bad snap. He pitches it off to the left side, and it's incomplete. His intended target is number 29.
He intended that one for Andre Raymond. These numbers, by the way, for those of you who might be watching, you can see it But the Bloomington Edge's numbers, they evidently didn't consult with any broadcasters when it came to designing the uniforms. Just tiny numbers, wide font, very hard to read, so pardon us if we occasionally get like a 4 and a 9 confused. It's very hard to see from our
It's funny. It looks like
point.
they're all about 4 sizes too small. It's like they're not
Exactly.
going to have any clutching and grabbing on these uniforms tonight. All right, 12:57 to go. First down, St. Louis Attack on the 10-yard line. So the Attack immediately with fantastic field position. They're already up 3-0 after DeAndre Jackson won the X-Dash. And the defense made the stop. That is a point. And throughout the game, we'll kind of get you up to speed on some of the unique rules here in the X League. For right now, it is St. Louis Attack with the ball. McMullen Jr. back to pass. He goes towards the end zone, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. Fantastic play by Bloomington. And the return man brings it back up to the 10-yard line. Looked like Jeremy Caldwell from Eastern Kentucky University. And wow, the Attack right off the bat, they throw a pick to kick things off. But they do hold a 3-1 lead with 12:31 to go in the first quarter.
It can only go up for here for Dan McMullen, but it looked like Dan McMullen maybe just a little too locked in on his receiver right there and just threw it right over to Jeremy Caldwell.
You're exactly right. There was 2 defenders on the wide receiver, and it was a duck that he threw also. Didn't get a good grip on the ball.
So here we are, first down, 10 yards to go. Bloomington Edge coming in with a 1-0 record. And quarterback standing there for 5 yards. Man in motion, another high snap. Quick hitter over to the right side. And a great defensive play as 3 St. Louis Attack players converge on the wide receiver. And that's no gain. Second down, maybe a gain of 1. Be second down and about 9.
DeAndre Eagle on the reception right there for the Edge as he was looking for some room to run, but the Attack didn't allow any separation. Chris McKinney may have liked to defend it a little better, but in the end, they got the result, almost no gain.
All right, so the ball is lined up on the far right hash mark. 11:40 to go, second down and almost 9. Mosley, this time it's a low snap, and he pitches over to the running back on the near side, and he slams down up to the 19-yard line, a little bit short of the first down. And it looks like that was that Devin Jones? Or that's number 23.
That was Andre Raymond with the run.
Yeah, the 23. Yeah, those numbers are stretched pretty crazy. So we'll call it Andre Raymond.
Great tackle by Chris Caspari. And got him on by the ankles and gave him a yard shark.
So third down and 1, 11:05 to go in the first quarter. St. Louis Attack trying to come up with a big play. Mosley, this time it's a good snap. Pitches it over to Raymond, and Raymond, he loses a yard. And the Attack come up with a big stop. And the Attack is pointing like they have the ball. It's going to bring up fourth down and almost 2. And the clock continues to roll, 10:40 to go.
Keenan Maesterle did a great job for the Attack just penetrating into the backfield.
So Mike McNeil's on vacation, so he's on assignment elsewhere tonight. So Gary B is going to be chiming in throughout the broadcast. Man in motion. This time it's another high snap. Mosley back to pass. He's going for it all. Down to the end zone. And there was some bumping, and the referee, no call there. I guess incidental contact, they're going to call that. Fantastic defensive coverage there by the Attack. And it's going to be Attack ball. First and 10 on the 18-yard line.
What really helped there, they were going neck to neck down the field. Right at the goal line, the defensive back looked at the ball. If he did not look at the ball when he was doing that bumping, Todd, that would have been a penalty.
All right, fantastic. So
right now it is 4-1. The Attack are on top without having a single offensive score. 10:18 to go here, first quarter on Talk STL 1380.
That shows how tough their defense really is, led by Bernard Quinn, Jason Null, and McMullen. Pitches off to the right side this time, and a couple yards on the pitch. They're playing a little bit conservative right there. I'm trying to get a number.
That was DeAndre Jackson on the run
Jackson,
there.
All right, fantastic. So that's going to bring up second down and 8 yards as we get to the 10-minute mark of TalkSTL.com, 1380 AM's coverage of your St. Louis Attack.
Yeah, the Attack just were never able to put anything together on offense last week. Coach McKinney, as he said on the pregame with Mike McNeil, said that the Attack did everything a losing team would do. But hopefully Dan McMullen filling in for his brother Mike
maybe can just get that chemistry going.
All right, Dan is under center this time, and it's a quick hitter up the middle, and nothing doing there as the Bloomington Edge defense does a nice job there. Number 97, V.J. Holmes, the 6'3", 270-pounder out of northern Colorado, with a nice tackle, and he was assisted by a few others.
Right now, I think Coach may be a little reluctant on having Dan toss that ball out there as we have 2 running plays in a row.
Yeah, I would think they would want to get him, throw the ball again.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you drop a pass, you want to go right back to the guy. He threw maybe not a perfect pass to start things off, but get him back involved with the passing game and get his confidence going. So Dan is under center, and there's going to be a timeout on the field, and we'll take a quick one as well. This is TalkSTL.com, 1380 AM. So basically, we're going to keep it right here. We've got a live read. We've got, and we'll provide one-stop shopping for all your mortgage needs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or you would like to take advantage of the best rates possible on a refi, Russ Miller from Miller Mortgage Team will set you up with different programs to maximize your purchasing power. They will personalize and tailor your loans to fit your individual needs and do it in a rapid and professional manner.
Mr. Noah Quinn, number 90, defensive lineman for your St. Louis Attack. Get on your feet, make some noise, turn up with us, let's go!
Turn down for what? Or visit them at MillerMortgageTeam.com. And we're back, 8:59 to go in the first quarter. St. Louis Attack leads 4-1, but a defensive battle so far. The Attack have it on the 17-yard line. It's 3rd down and 8, and there's a little confusion with the referees. They're pointing some things out, but looks like they've got it together, and we're set for action. Dan McMullen back to pass. There's a flag on the field, and McMullen sacked back in midfield, and a huge rush by the defensive side, number 66. Or I guess that's number 55.
That was Nate Copeland.
Yeah, Nate Copeland, number 55, the 6'1", 235-pounder from Faulkner University. So it was a penalty on the Attack, and it's declined.
Yeah, a little bit of movement there before the snap.
And they're getting ready to, I guess, mark this thing off. We did mention in pregame, Bloomington coming in with a heavy heart. They had members of their community involved in that Cessna plane crash leaving the NCAA National Championship after the game versus Kentucky and Duke and Wisconsin. On the way back, one of the Illinois State coaches and members of the community perished in that plane crash, so they're playing with a heavy heart tonight. Now Jason Knoll is in for the field goal attempt, and he kicks it. He's got plenty of leg, and this one's up. And the signal says no good. It looked like it was good from my angle right here.
Hard to see with those narrow uprights. Obviously much narrower uprights in the indoor game. I get fooled all the time, but...
Is there a replay, possibly?
It hit the wire, that's for sure.
He had plenty of leg.
It was a 36-yard attempt.
I'd say he had plenty. That could have been a 50-yarder. So nonetheless, the score remains St. Louis Attack 4, Bloomington Edge 1. 8:22 to go here in the first quarter.
But it's important to note that Jason Knoll, by kicking it out of the end zone and at least making it off the netting, there was no ability for a return, and you also saved the Attack from giving up a point for a defensive stop for Bloomington.
It's always good, Dave, to keep those fast return guys, keep the ball out of their arms. And there's many of the Attack players are going into the locker room right now. That's kind of interesting.
It looks like the offense may be huddling up.
Yeah, they're going to go into the tunnel there and maybe have a little private group.
Yeah, I see Coach McKinney in with them as well.
All right, so Gary, what's going on?
Yeah, they're not liking what's the strategy so far that Coach has put out onto the field, and so I think they're trying to settle Dan down. And as you mentioned, Todd, a great aspect there of him. Give him the ball, let him throw the ball, let him make some mistakes here.
All right, here they come back. So he might have some pregame jitters, early on.
No doubt.
All right, Mosley hands it off this time.
Lyndon Rouse with the carry.
Yeah, up to the 6-yard line. A short game, 2nd down and 9 yards to go. The Bloomington Attack won their home opener 48-34, defeating the Marion Blue Racers on March 28th at the U.S. Cellular Coliseum in Bloomington. And they did win an exhibition game earlier against the Georgia Firebirds, so they could be 2-0, but technically they're 1-0. Here we go, folks. 7:42 to go and counting. 2nd down and 8. Bloomington Edge with the ball. Mosley standing back about the 1 yard, and the ball goes into the end zone. Bad snap. People are scurrying, and the attacker fighting for the ball in the end zone.
I think the attack picked it up.
And the referees haven't made a call yet. The attack have the ball. They're holding it up. It looks like Bernard Quinn.
Actually, Charles Henry, I think, came up with that.
All the attack players,
74.
All the attack players are holding.
And it is
their hand, and it's a safety. It's a safety. The referee went up with his hands, then he brought them in together slowly, signaling a safety.
Now you need instant replay.
There we go. We got instant replay. Look at him. He's fumbling around the ball. The attack player right there is grabbing for it. They're going to go with the safety. The score is posted as 6-1, so that's a 2-point play. I really thought the attack had the ball. I think that the referee missed that one.
Yeah, and that played from our vantage point and the replay, but obviously the officials don't have the luxury we do of looking at instant replay, but there's still some discussions going on the field as well. One thing was clear, the Edge were conceding the safety. They were hoping for the safety as best possible outcome for them.
Well, the Edge was definitely selling the safety. You had all the attack players with their arms up, and the Edge players had the safety sign going. So if it's just a safety, I tell you what, the Edge caught a break there, but the attack's going to come right back and get the ball, so they can get some momentum here.
Yeah, usually at the bottom of the pile there, it exchanges ownership several times when you get a big pile like that. And as you mentioned, the Edge did a great job in selling it.
That was funny because there are personnel on the field, and you could see them scurrying like crazy. The people in orange, the yard line markers, and people. And I love the scrum, guys. Anytime there's a scrum, I mean, it's like anything goes. I mean, you can bite and scratch people.
It's the most exciting play in football. It's a way maybe to do a little vigilante justice. And best of all, the chain gang got to show off some of their athleticism. Coach McKinney might want to give a couple of those guys a look the way they got out of there.
I'd say they were moving pretty quick. Here comes the run up and the kick. DeAndre Jackson back in the back of the end zone. He's got it. Back of the goal line. 5-yard line. Cuts with a great move. He spins down and up to about the 6-7 yard line where he's brought down, and the St. Louis attack will take over. First down, 10 yards to go, with 7:12 to go in the first quarter.
That's honestly the first time all season I've seen DeAndre Jackson contained on a return. Very explosive, very crafty, very quick, definitive moves. But the Bloomington Edge, maybe the first team I've seen with a real answer to DeAndre Jackson, the kick returner, because I thought with a line drive kick, I thought he was off for the races.
Yeah, he got a good start. We're in the very back of the end zone. He came out to about 7-yard line, put the brakes on, and then tried to go upfield into the middle of the field, and immediately the Edge swarmed him.
All right, Dan McMullen behind center. Not much shotgun going on here tonight. Got Johnny King here on the near side.
Chris Head, the man in motion.
Yes, and the ball goes to Head. Great hands as he brings it up to the 18-yard line, close to a first down, and that was a nice throw and catch, and I was impressed with Head's his hands on that play.
I tell you also, Dan did a super job there. He really didn't have a grip on the ball as we watched the instant replay there. He almost threw it like it was handed right in his palm of his hand, but he got off a good spiral and nailed it right into the hands.
All right, so here we go as we approach the 6-minute mark. The attack up 6-1. Dan McMullen behind center. You got wide receivers split to both sides. Man in motion, flying in the near side. DeAndre Jackson. There's a fumble, and McMullen goes and jumps on it down about the 13-yard line. That's going to bring up third down and long for the attack as we approach the 5:45-minute
Now,
mark.
Dave, Todd made a good point there. They're not doing the shotgun. Do you think that would slow down Dan and give him a little more confidence in a shotgun position rather than going under center?
Perhaps, but if they're going to be going to a more run-oriented offense, you might want to go under center so you're not starting the running plays back in the deeper in the backfield as well.
Sure. I think if you go in the shotgun, you buy yourself at least another couple of seconds. So
unless he's not comfortable in the gun too.
Interesting. All right, so Dan McMullen behind center. Got a wide receiver on the far side, and then Paul is blocked. That was DeAndre Jackson, was wide open, and that pass was batted down. Unfortunately, as we approach the 5-minute mark, I mean, DeAndre Jackson, with all that great speed, he was in the open, and he was, if he would have got that ball, I think he would have zipped into the end zone.
Yeah, Ficklin on the edge, they have him down here is at 6 foot 1/2 inch. So I think that 1/2 inch gave him that extra little vertical leap.
4th down and 5 for the St. Louis Attack. The ball is on the 13-yard line, and the Attack breaks the huddle. DeAndre Jackson split out. Oh, I guess he's back at the near the end zone, so he will be the man in motion. And here DeAndre comes. And there's Dan McMullen back to pass. He's got some time, and this time it's blocked, and it's caught. Oh, in and out of the hands. I thought Jackson was able to come up with that, but a great defensive play. The ball was tipped in the air, and Jackson looked like he had a great chance to get that. But the Attack's going to turn the ball over to Bloomington, and they're going to have great field position at the Attack's 13-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go, with 4:28 to go here in the first quarter.
And as you mentioned, that defensive stop gives the Edge another point. Therefore, Attack has 6, the Edge has 2.
And we have yet to see an offensive score, not counting the X-dash either.
Great point.
6 scoring plays total, though, in the game.
Yeah.
All right, Mosley in the shotgun formation. And he's got a man in motion to the near side, Lewis. And he goes over to Lewis, and the ball is incomplete, a little bit low. So Lewis got out there, had a little bit of room, but the pass was low. And nice defensive coverage there by Brian Lowry from Northern Michigan.
Yeah, the side judge was right there, so he was like 3 yards away, so he saw that it was not controlled by the offense.
3:52 to go in the first quarter. Todd Blackstock, Dave Solomon, Gary B., Scotty Gherkin. And we've got Owen Schroyer back in the studio, making everything sound good. Mosley back at the 20-yard line. He's going to run it this time. He breaks a tackle, and he dives down to the 8-yard line. He's a big guy, not real nimble, but he made kind of a little juke there and dove forward. Kind of an entertaining play.
Yeah, Jason Null looked like he had the angle to get to Mosley, but Mosley was just able to evade Null and was able to make a little something out of nothing because Bernard Quinn was really pressuring him.
Yeah, at 230 pounds, you're right. It wasn't much of a juke. It was more of a waddle. But anyway, he did what he needed to do.
All right. Mosley stands at the 14-yard line. Man in motion. Mosley goes down into the end zone. Nice defensive coverage by the Attack.
Yes.
And it's intercepted.
Yes. What a great play.
Interception. Adrian Moore.
Perfect position in the defense there. Cut right in front of the wide receiver. The ball was thrown a little short. Easy pickoff for him.
Adrian Moore, he never let Marcus Lewis get separation. Took his one little chuck at Lewis right when they were entering the end zone, and by staying on him like a glove, he was able to put another point on the board for the Attack.
So now, yes, that's right. 7-2 with 2:58 to go here in the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle thus far. Having a good time down here at the Family Arena. Great atmosphere. Nice little crowd out here tonight. You got the VIP section. Looks like it's going strong over there. I see Andrew Haynes holding court with some of the VIP and some of the sponsors. Here we go. 2:40 to go. First down, St. Louis Attack. Ball at the 10-yard line. Dan McMullen. Quick pitch to the left side. And a nice gain up to about the 15, 16-yard line. DeAndre Jackson. And that'll bring up second down and about 5 for the Attack.
Yeah, I tell you right now, with a lot of running plays here, Dan Solomon. Not much going on in the passing facility.
All right, clock continues to roll. We're almost to the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. 7-2 Attack. Dan McMullen, ball at the 10-yard line. He's back to pass, 4-step drop. He throws it immediately, and it's caught at the 20-yard line of the Bloomington Edge. What a great play. First down, and probably the biggest offensive play of the night so far for the Attack.
Yeah, the up defensive back almost nailed that again. He tipped it the last time it was thrown to that far side. This time they threw it out a little further out to the sideline, and that made that completion. First down, and they break into the Edge's territory.
17-yard completion to Chris Head there from Dan McMullen.
See, Head's got the dreadlock, so it covers up his number on the back. So we'll just know the dreadlock guy is Head. Chris Head is in motion. Here he comes. He's zipping up to the line of scrimmage. Dan McMullen, 2-step drop to the right side.
Whoa!
And now there should be a penalty, and there it is. Yeah, DeAndre Jackson comes right over the middle, and
Dominic McDuffie was all over him.
Yeah, he was molesting him. It was all over him, and that's going to be a penalty. And with 1:15 to go here in the first quarter, it's going to inch the Attack closer to the end zone. There's at the X zone.
Yeah, he clutched his arm as he was cutting across into the middle of the field and kind of got tangled up and really got their arms tangled up and pulled him down. But kind of hard to miss that call.
All right, Dave, you want to go over some of the starters on the offense?
Well, the St. Louis Attack on offense, you've got Johnny King at wide receiver, along with Chris Head and DeAndre Jackson. Dan McMullen filling in for his brother Mike at quarterback. Darrell Grady Jr., the running back. In just a little bit, we'll get to the offensive line.
All right, Dan is under center, 13-yard line. There's an offsides by the defense, but here comes the attack running back all the way down to the 3-yard line, number 24. How about that? Darrell Grady just bowls forward. I don't know if they had whistled that play dead because the edge was definitely offsides.
Yeah, defense, I don't think they would blow a whistle unless they do it in this league. They don't blow that whistle. They just let them play on.
Yeah, it's declined. So Darrell Grady brings it all the way down to the 4-yard line. So we're in the X zone.
He's
first down.
He's just short of a first down by
great
about
9-yard run.
So second down and 1. With that spot is going to bring it a little bit back further than I thought. But with 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Dan McMullen, ball on the 5, handed off to Grady, this time to the left side. And he gets I think he's pretty close to the first down. He's going to be right there. We'll see where it's spotted.
Forward progress got him there.
It should. That'd be great to get first and goal right there on the 3-yard line. We will see.
He's got it.
He sure did. Ball is marked at the 3-yard line.
Darrell Grady just brings a great mix of size and speed because in the indoor game, the running back kind of has to be a hybrid running back fullback as well.
Yeah, at 230, that's the way it goes.
So, this is the Bloomington's first year in the X League. And, folks, that's the end of the first quarter with the score. St. Louis Attack 7, and the Bloomington Edge 2. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for second quarter action. After this, you're listening to Talk STL, 1380 AM.
A broken phone means hassle to some. To others, catastrophe. Don't replace it, repair it. CPR has 8 area locations to fix it and get you on your way. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. Your phone has water damage? CPR can fix it. Cracked screen? CPR can fix it. Broken tablets, laptops, game systems, or any other device? CPR can fix it. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. 8 locations in the St. Louis Metro. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com to find a store near you. CPR can fix it.
Americans spend an average of 2.3 years of their lives in the bathroom. Why not make it perfect? In a world that is dominated by uninsured contractors, here today and on the next, Floyd Renovations brings a breath of fresh air. Sit down with you and go over your budget, your needs, and what you're trying to accomplish. We offer turnkey solutions, meaning we'll handle all the materials, ordering it all, getting it delivered, everything. You simply get to sit back and watch it transform your space. Floyd celebrating 35 years. Visit FloydRenovations.com to learn more. FloydRenovations.com.
You're listening to St. Louis Attack Arena Football on 1380 AM and TalkSTL.com.
Powered by CPR, Cell Phone Repair.
And welcome back to second quarter action. Your St. Louis Attack coming in 1-1, taking on the Bloomington Edge at 1-0 right now. It's St. Louis Attack 7, Bloomington Edge 2, and Dave and Gary, the attack.
Travis Triplett, offensive lineman, St. Louis Attack. Follow us on Twitter at St. Louis Attack. Follow us on Facebook.
Here in the first quarter.
St. Louis Attack.
The defense, that was a big emphasis of Coach McKinney because the defense was all over the place. They were very loose on the pass rush, not getting out of position in the box. So a much tighter defense has bought time for the offense to finally get some chemistry under Dan McMullen, who's filling in for his brother Mike. Dan's caught fire as of late, 3 of 6 passing, 31 yards, 1 interception.
Here we go, and the attacker going right to left on your screen if you're watching on Backlight TV. Grady on the right side, he gets down to about the 2-yard line, positive yard as we start the second quarter. Gary B., Dave Solomon, Scotty Boom Boom, got Owen back in the studio, and I'm Todd Blackstock.
You know, you made a great point about the Edge. They've played 2 games, 1 officially, but they've scored a total of 98 points. So you got to say congratulations to the defense.
And I was talking to Coach Johnson pregame, and he mentioned to me that they led their league last season as well before jumping over to the X League. So the Edge have a long history of a very potent offensive attack. Gary, you may remember some of the Bloomington Extreme games. Quite fun to watch.
Here we go. This time it's a pitch on the left side. And Grady's going down towards the end zone. Touchdown! St. Louis Attack at 14-14 of the second quarter.
Great blocking on the near side. He looked for a hole. He waited. The hole was there. He just punched it right through.
All right. Big number 24, Dale Grady with another touchdown. Dale Grady from Lindenwood University. right here in St. Charles County, not too far from here, just about a 5-minute drive. Jason Null is ready for the PAT. He's standing back. The holders at the 10-yard line. Snap back, ball up. It's long enough, and it splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-2 St. Louis Attack with 13:40 to go in the second quarter.
I tell you, the defense, like you said, they're doing a super job. I should say the Bloomington team they've been letting go a little bit. They've been backing off a little bit and giving the running attack of the attack a lot more room, and great blocking naturally up front's really helped.
And great fun out here at the St. Charles Family Arena. Folks, come on down and get your tickets for St. Louis Attack. This is a lot of fun out here. We had Isaac Bruce and Jackie Joyner out here last week, and it's just a fun atmosphere. Great place to bring your family and have a good time on a weekend night.
Yeah, your next home game is going to be Friday the 24th, playing against Marion.
And that's coming right after the Attack go to Marion. It's Marion, Ohio. So it's a nice little home-and-home action. So if you think that game got fired up in Marion, just wait and see what it's like when they get back here as Jason Null kicks off.
He kicks off, and it's caught in the end zone, brought back to the goal line. 5-yard line up to the 10. 15-yard line. Nice little return here. 20 up to the 23-yard line.
Lyndon Riles with a great return right there as the Attack had no one near him for the first 15 yards.
Yeah, Riles, the 5'10", 207. He's a running back return man from Humboldt State.
He did a good job acting like he was going to go up the middle and then came to the near side, picked up a few blocks, did a few spin moves, and almost got him to midfield.
Haven Mosley coming off a rough first quarter, only 2 of 7 passing for 6 yards and 1 interception to date.
All right, thank you, Dave. 13:20 to go in the second quarter. Edge ball, Mosley hands it off, and there's a big push on the defensive front. Bernard Quinn and the big bodies down underneath. Just stuffed that run right there. Also, 92 on that.
This is Jason Null from your St. Louis Attack. It's time to make some noise. Let's go.
Mosley standing back at the 15-yard line. The crowd is starting to get fired up right now. Man in motion on the near side. Mosley back to pass. He's going for it all. And it bounces off the Attack defender. That's
that was
number
Brian
4.
Lowry right there. It bounced right off his helmet. Double coverage. Adrian Moore was the front man. Brian Lowry was in back of the wide receiver.
Here, let's look at this.
Marcus Lewis.
And
it bounced right off. It bounced right off of
Bernard
Lowry's
Quinn,
helmet.
number
Oh my
90.
God, it sure did that. The
Defensive
replay
your
is
St. Louis
impeccable.
Attack. It's third down. We need you to get on your
Right
feet.
there,
Make some
Bernard
noise.
Quinn.
Let's go.
He's fired up. The Southeast Missouri State University grabbing off his ass for the fans to make some noise. And they are making some noise. We got DJ Crew in the house. He's fired up, everybody. DJ Crew is also the DJ to the Rams. We got him out here in the St. Louis Attack. Third down and 7. Mosley back to pass for the end. He goes over to the left side. He's got him in at the 20. First down and up to the 18-yard line where he's brought down. And with 11:45 to go in the first half, the Edge are on the move.
He had 2 guys long and did a great decoy job there. Hit the short guy on the far side, and he pulled up short and broke into the territory of the Attack. First down.
All right, 11:30 to go and counting. Nice crowd out here on a beautiful day on the banks of the Missouri River at this beautiful facility, the St. Charles Family Arena. First down, 10 yards to go, ball on the 18-yard line of the Attack. Mosley pitches around the right side and slam it into the wall. Number 29. Holy, that's Andre Raymond.
Bernard Quinn just shoving him with force. If that was hockey boards right there, if that was a hockey play, that'd be a checking from behind, game misconduct. But
and a broken neck.
No kidding. But in this game, perfectly legal tackle.
He was trying to get around the corner, and they would have nothing to do with it. He just put out those big paws, and he almost put him through the wall on the near side.
That's right. There's about a 6 or 8 inch pad on those boards, which is
not much.
Well, you got to have
especially not when Bernard Quinn's throwing you in there.
All right, second down and 10. 10:30 to go in the half. Mosley back to pass. He throws it. It's blocked, knocked down by Jason Null. at midfield. Great defensive play as he put those big tree trunks up in the air, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Edge with 10:18 to go here in the first half.
At 6'3", he was right in the middle. He was looking at the eyeballs of the quarterback and saw what he was doing going to the far side and timed it perfectly and a great vertical leap, knocking it down.
All right, bad to the bone is playing right now, and this game has been bad to the bone so far.
Oh, yeah, and you know what this reminds me of as well? For those of you listening on Talk STL 1380, Kevin Slayton, 3-6.
Bad.
Just hear that, and that's the first thing I think of.
How about that? Mosley back to pass. He's back in his own territory, scrambling Noah with a big rush, and the ball is completed for a first down up to the 11-yard line.
That was actually the backup quarterback there, Drew Fendrich, in.
So they made a switch.
Yeah.
And what happened? The referee got... Looks like the referee got bounced into the attack bench. So players flying into the crowd, the referees, you got the field personnel scurrying. Everybody, you got to keep your keep
both eyes
on this game because anything can happen.
And actually, Todd, it's 4th down and 4 on the 11-yard line of the attack.
How about that?
So great penetration by the defensive line. First of all, to force that quick pass, but then great job by the defensive backs pulling down short of the first.
All right, so John Johnson makes the, let's see, is the quarterback back in?
No, it's still Fedorich under center, and he bobbles the snap in the shotgun.
He throws it to the end zone, and it's short. It was short, and you were talking a little bit about Kevin Slayton. We've got the brand new lineup at 1380 a.m., and it's a good one, folks. We got J.C. Corcoran each morning kicking the day off from 7 to 9. This Monday, he's going to have his opening day preview. Then it's going to be the hookup with Zav and the Rod, Todd Blackstock, Chris Rosavi from 9 to 11. The H-Man, Howard Balzer from 11 to 1. Then it's the Jim Rome Show from 1 to 3. And the King's Court with Kevin Slayton each day at 3 o'clock. So it's a pretty dynamic lineup. We got through our first week last week, and it was a great time.
And don't forget about T. Cole and the Greek.
T. Cole,
for Ball Hard Radio, 6 to 8 p.m.
Yeah, tell us about that because I work at
It's one of our newer shows.
Yes.
And we're really excited about it. Tom's a great guy. He's putting on a great show, and, it's nice to have him on board.
I was talking to Dave Rapp just yesterday, one of our program managers, and Dave was very excited, about those guys in the evening. He was happy. So far, he seems to be very happy with the lineup, and Scotty Boom Boom has assembled quite a team. People are jumping on board, advertisers. It's the hottest thing going right now, 1380 a.m. TalkSTL.com. There's a nice fluidity. There's a good vibe. Everybody gets along with each other. And
for the most part, right?
Unless we're cursing at each other. But, we got guys like Joe C. And, we've got Kevin Russell, the engineer. He flies in, and there's a nice shot right there with Andrew Haynes and his lovely wife, Leah. And he's kind of barking at the referee right there a little bit. I love it. The owner is very involved. He's a hands-on owner.
Andrew's very passionate about his teams, both the attack and the ambush as well. No one wants these teams to win more than Andrew Haynes, and you can see him on display many times here at Family Arena.
And also I want to mention that, Matt Rocchio and Charlie Tuna do join in with the Howard Balzer show. So how about that? Well, here we go. Attack ball. Pitch over to Daryl Grady, and nice defensive pressure by the Edge. And it looks like Grady might even lose a yard here with 8:35 to go in the first half.
8:35. The attack up 15-2 against the Edge.
All right, I see a lot of orange on the field.
And they officially give Grady progress back to the line of scrimmage on that one. So a little bit of a break there for the attack, but second down. We'll call it 2nd down and 10, still from the 10.
All right, if you're watching on backlighttv.com, the attacker in the teal uniforms, they're going right to left on your screen. And we got the Edge with those weird numbers in the white uniforms. DeAndre Jackson back near the goal line. He's getting ready. Jackson in motion. Dan McMullen back to pass. He throws. He's going for it all. And he's got DeAndre at the 9-yard line. 5, touchdown! DeAndre Jackson from Dan McMullen. 21-2 attack with 7:42 to go in the first half.
That's exactly what the attack have been missing because you've got the great game-breaking speed. Chris had, and to an even greater degree, DeAndre Jackson. But Mike McMullen last week just wasn't able to get on the same page with the receivers. But Dan McMullen right here, He just knows where he's going to find DeAndre Jackson. DeAndre Jackson doesn't really have to come that far back to the ball. Able to put on a little spin move, and he was gone into the end zone.
I love that move, and when he got to 1 yard line, he put the ball out. He's like, I got this. All right, Jason all in for the PAT. Clock continues to roll towards the 7 mark. Snap back, ball down, it's up. And it's no good, so the score will remain St. Louis Attack 21, Bloomington Edge 2 with 7:07 to go in the first half.
I tell you, that was a perfect pass play because it started on the near side. Man in motion came up from the near side, did a post pattern to the far corner, and a beautiful spiral, touch spiral, right into his hands, and put up a few points right after that.
And folks, 1380 AM, TalkSDL.com would like to welcome the Miller Mortgage Team as a proud sponsor of our programming. Miller Mortgage Team is powered by New American Funding and will provide you one-stop shopping for all your mortgage needs, whether you're a first-time home buyer or you would like to take advantage of the best rates possible. So folks, contact Russ Miller of Miller Mortgage Team at 314-768-3703 or visit him at millermortgageteam.com. Miller Mortgage Team, making you feel right at home. Jason Hall ready for the kickoff. And he squibs it this time in midfield. He bounces it around, hits off the wall. It's picked up. And
Andre Raymond with it.
Yeah, up to about the 18-yard line. So it looks like the strategy of the attack kickoff on that one was to keep it out of the hands of those fast returners and kind of bounce it around, eat up a little time, let the attack get down there with their big defensive units and smother them. And that's what they did. And the Edge will take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line with 7 minutes to go in the first half.
Now the Edge are doing the same kind of a deal here where their defensive team is going into the tunnel right now, and their coach, Coach Johnson, is probably giving them a little earful here.
Yeah, they're taking a page out of Chris McKinney's book there. And it worked.
Yeah.
Once the offense came back, they have been in sync ever since that little meeting. Here we go, 1st and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. And this is a pitch this time, and a nice tackle. It looks like the number, was it Rolls?
Yeah, Lyndon Rolls with the run after the pitch out. Gains maybe 2 yards on that play. Charles Henry in on the tackle for the attack.
So the quarterback has been changed. It was a pretty quick hook there, but I mean, it didn't seem like Mosley was doing much, so they made the quarterback switch, and Drew Fendrich from Millikan University, 6'3", 250 pounds, 15 pounds, is in the ballgame.
High formation right here for the Edge.
It's going to be a run up the middle. And it's a good run. Past the midfield down to the 14-yard line as the running back just bursts through the hole, and oh no, he's holding his knee. That does not look good at all. As the Attack's home opener, Zach Abron, I know he was undergoing an MRI this week, and he's probably done for the season and maybe for his career. And what a great run right there. I'm trying to get the numbers at number 4.
That's Lyndon Rolls who's down.
Oh, God, I hate to see it. Rolls just sprinted through there, showed some great athletic ability. With the player down, we're going to go ahead and take a break. You're listening to St. Louis Attack Football on TalkSTL.com, 1380 AM. We'll be back in a minute.
A broken phone means hassle to some. To others, catastrophe. Don't replace it, repair it. CPR has 8 area locations to fix it and get you on your way. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. Your phone has water damage? CPR can fix it. Cracked screen? CPR can fix it. Broken tablets, laptops, game systems, or any other device? CPR can fix it. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. 8 locations in the St. Louis Metro. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com to find a store near you. CPR can fix it.
KXFN St. Louis, 1380 TalkSTL.com.
Next time you're thinking about eating and drinking at a chain, try something local and, dare I say, better. Shamrocks. Say it with me again. Shamrocks. 70 in Cave Springs, right next to one of those lobster chains on Veterans Memorial Parkway. Bite into a Shamrocks burger and you'll know what I'm talking about. Try one of the sandwiches, salads, wraps, and you can tell that plate of food was made just for you. They have a full bar to back it up, along with a wide variety of craft beers. Shamrocks. Shamrocks. It's better when you say it twice, and it's nice to be nice to the nice. Shamrocks. Shamrocks.
Floyd Auto Glass to Go, being a family-owned and locally owned and operated company for over 30 years, we insist that every windshield is installed properly and safely. For Floyd, there is no other way. Enjoy our Floyd Assurance Package, meaning if anything happens to your windshield, foul ball at a baseball game, we'll give you a new windshield for free. You just pay labor. Call today to set up your windshield replacement at your place or ours. 636-922-FLOYD or online at floydglass.com.
Your voice of the St. Louis Attack. 1380 AM and TalkSTL.com. Powered by CPR. Cell phone repair.
And while we were away, they carried off Rolls, and he was determined to walk a little bit off on his own power. It does look like he'll be back. And while we were away, the St. Louis Attack shut down the first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down and 10 right now. There's a big defensive play by Bernard Quinn. Now, 2nd down and 10. Frederick back to pass, going to the end zone. Caught, touchdown, and a flag. And it looks like the flag might be on the defensive back of the Attack, as they have ruled a touchdown for the Bloomington Edge.
Yeah, what happened is that, if you remember near the beginning of the game, the defensive back, he turned around to look at the ball and then bumped into the receiver. That is not a penalty. But in this case, defensive back did not turn around to look at the ball, and immediately that yellow hanky was thrown.
And let's look at the replay right here. Fendrich had a little bit of a rush. He threw it kind of to a spot, and a great catch by the wide receiver.
Yeah, that was
right there.
Joe Green right there.
Yeah,
Joe Green,
so
the St. Norbert College product.
Yes, 5'10", 186 speedster. And now it's time for the PAT. 4:07 to go here in the first half. It cuts the score to 21-8. Snap back, gets a ball, and they're going to try to run it. Green is going to throw it into the end zone. It's intercepted by the Attack. Then they throw it.
They were ready for the lateral.
They did the lateral. They looked like they were getting ready to play some rugby. And the gentleman that was to be the recipient, I don't think knew the ball was coming. So a little bit of a careless play by the Attack, but they got the ball back. First down, 10 yards to go, and they're marking it on about the, well, they haven't marked it yet. I'm thinking around the 7-yard line, but we'll see. Stoppage and play in the field. Bloomington Edge, they were named after a car dealership.
As part of the agreement, they are actually, the team is named after the Ford Edge.
The Ford Edge, yeah.
They used to be known, back when the River City Rage played here, they used to be known as the Bloomington Extreme, and the naming deal was for Extreme Motors, but now they're trying to promote the Ford Edge. So if all of a sudden, you know, if Andrew Haynes gets any ideas, you never know what the Attack might be named after. I just hope that if it's after a car dealership, that maybe we at Talk STL get a car out of it.
So what were we thinking? They started to run back the Attack in the lateral, but that was on the extra point. So the Edge is getting ready to kick it off back to the St. Louis Attack. DeAndre Jackson, the speedster. We got Queen jamming here in the stadium. It's a good vibe.
DJ Prue really mixing it up.
He does. And here comes the kickoff. DeAndre, he's going to catch it over the ropes and boards, and he's up to the 5. Makes a move past the 10, and he spins down. Oh, he was up to 11 and got knocked back to about the 10, so the ball will be spotted there. First down, 10 yards to go with 3:49 to go in the first half. 21-8 Attack.
Yeah, Jeremy Caldwell did a great job. He really did the only way you can stop DeAndre Jackson. He was literally able to wrap up his legs and just contain him long enough for another defender to take him down. But it just goes to show that taking down DeAndre Jackson's a two-man proposition.
You know, this year it seems like the scoring is a little bit down throughout the league. Last year, some of these scores were outrageous, but the defensive side, I think, has really picked it up.
There's a real infusion of talent we'll get into later on as the Attack return on offense.
All right, Dan McMullen behind center. Jackson in motion to the near side. And his sack back there inside the 5.
Fumbled it, but the Attack recover.
I tell you, the Bloomington Edge right there with a huge rush.
Steven Davis with that fumble recovery right there, saving Dan McMullen's bacon, but loss of about 5 yards on the play.
So we're approaching the 3-minute mark, 21-8. St. Louis Attack, ball on the, about the 5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 15 for the Attack. Sorry to hear about that and see that injury with Rollins. I see him limping around over there on the bench, and he'll be going into the locker room, and it's going to be a long ride home, you know, when you get injured in an arena game. Because they don't fly, they take the bus.
Yeah. Oh, plus you wouldn't fly from Bloomington anyway, 160 miles away or so.
All right, here we go. Head in motion. McMullen back to pass. He's in the end zone. He escapes.
He's got some room.
To the 5, throws a bullet. It's intercepted. Intercepted at the 15-yard line. Receiver makes a move. 5, touchdown! Bloomington Edge on the interception return. Oh, my. So how things change so quickly here in the X-League.
Well, also, he was beyond the line of scrimmage, and there is a flag. Of course, naturally, they're going to decline it.
So that was Jeremy Caldwell, the 5'9", 185-pounder from Eastern Kentucky. So McMullen, I guess he was past the line of scrimmage, so they're going to just take the play.
Sure.
Absolutely. That makes the score 21-16, St. Louis attacking. Boy, that's a tough thing to happen with just 2 minutes left in the first half. You don't want to see an interception return because their offense is having a hard time moving the ball. So to give them a gift like that is unfortunate. But the St. Louis attack still up by 5 with a PAT to follow.
And I think you were getting Dan kind of feeling a little bit better. He threw an interception early in the game, and naturally he's been moving along. Threw one there, and unfortunately it took in the points.
But on that play, too, Dan McMullen had a wide running lane. He had already made some progress, made something out of nothing. At a time like that, your quarterback has to be able to know when to hang onto the ball and, slide at the right time, but just do as much as he can with his legs instead of trying to force it with his arm.
It's a 7-point touchdown.
There goes the pick 8 from years past.
Yeah. All right. So I guess with that being said, they awarded the points without having to make the PAT because it was a defensive return. A lot of unique rules in the X-League as we got a group of young ladies making their way to their seats. We got the jams going. 2:07 to go here. The first half, they've adjusted the score now to 21-15. So we'll keep it there, 21-15.
Yeah, well, you had Troy Robertson out on the field there yelling at the referee concerning that play, but we'll have to figure out what happened out there later. Here comes
all right, David Thomas is listed as the Edge's kicker. DeAndre Jackson at the end of the end zone. He crosses the 5-yard line, and he spins up towards about the 8-yard line, so a return of about 16, 17-yard line.
Actually, today, Drew Fenrich is doing the kicking, so now he's kicking and playing quarterback as well.
Well, thanks for that check, because they've got, I guess they just didn't update their roster.
Yeah.
There's about 5 or 6 guys
David Thomas is
scratched out.
So.
There's 5 or 6 guys scratched out on Bloomington during this game.
But it's not uncommon to try to maximize roster spots. Last year for the attack, they had the then ambush player Corey Adamson as their kicker, but oftentimes Coach McKinney elected to go as he's doing this year with Jason Null because versatility is the key with these limited indoor rosters.
Yeah, and again, with this league, as you mentioned, you can get a lot of versatility with these, and you got a lot of talent. From week to week, you just never know about certain players.
All right, we're under 2 minutes. The ball is spotted on the 9-yard line. Let's see if the attack can get into the X zone one more time before the end of half and try to pad this lead a little bit. We're only up by 6. And a motion to the near side, King. And that ball was batted down immediately, and there's a little extracurricular activity going on in the field. That was number 52.
Oh, Xavier McKenzie, he had his hands up saying, I was innocent. Because
anytime someone puts their hands up.
In this league, if you throw a punch, you're ejected.
That happened last year with Gerard Powell, yeah.
And that was a big blow for the attack.
So big play there by number 9, Antonio Fricklin. 272-pounder from San Jose State. Knocked that pass down. So 1:09 and counting to go here in the first half.
That's his second knockdown. Again, he's 6 foot 1/2 inch, too.
Second down and 10, ball at the 9-yard line. We're at the 1-minute mark. King in motion. McMullen sacked back at the 3-yard line once again by number 9, Antonio Ficklin. So this guy is turning into a beast on the defensive side for the Edge.
Well, you can see the maybe that little drill pulling them into the tunnel over there for the Edge, that is, helped this defense out because they're on fire right now.
It helped the attack. They regrouped, came out, got hot, and we are at the there's a quick timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here with 53 seconds left as they talk things over. Coaches are barking signals out to the players, and the attacker in the huddle right now getting ready. 3rd down to 15. It's not time to play. I'd almost consider running the ball right now.
Bloomington still has all 3 of their timeouts left, though, so third down right here. You're not going to eat up much time because the Edge can just simply take timeout. Unless Daryl Grady gets the first down, of course.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have the Solomon Report. Talk a little bit about 1380 AM and with Gary B. McNollen sacked. The ball's in the
that's a live ball.
Free touchdown.
Yeah. Yep.
Touchdown Edge. McMullen got smacked. The ball went up in the air. And the Bloomington Edge, with 47 seconds left here in the first half, have taken the lead 22-21 on a defensive touchdown, a sack, fumble, and touchdown.
Yeah, that was V.J. Holmes with the hit, Nate Copeland with the recovery right there.
And, I mean, that's just pure brute strength by the Edge.
Yeah, and you see the little inexperience again with Dan here. He's kind of getting cold feet. He was in the end zone, put the arm up as if to throw the ball, but then did not come forward, so it was a true fumble.
I should have thought harder and got some mental telepathy into Coach McKinney, because right before that play, I said they might want to keep it on the ground with 53 seconds left. Now with 43 seconds, it's 24-21. That's the posted score. Bloomington Edge up 24-21, and both coaches took their teams into the tunnel today, and I believe it benefited both teams, because when the attack came back, they got hot on offense, and right here on the defensive side, on the Bloomington Edge side, they got hot as well once they regrouped and had a little meeting. Sometimes you got to sort a few things out, get a few things straight, maybe remind some people about their assignments. Maybe they're in the wrong lanes. They might be picking up the wrong guy, but certainly both coaches have made good adjustments here in the first half. And this is a heck of a ball game, folks. We're not even at halftime yet, 24-21 Bloomington, so you still have time to come on down to the St. Charles Family Arena and check out an excellent second half. All right. Fendrich is set to kick off. Ball's at the goal line. And as always, DeAndre Jackson's waiting in the wings. Here he comes. It's a little bit of a shorter kick. DeAndre past the 5, 10, makes a move up to the 15-yard line. There he goes. 25, 15, 10-5 touchdown. DeAndre Jackson. He takes it coast to coast, and the attack take the lead.
I tell you, nice picking. He picked up a lot of great blocks as he came down the field, 3-4 yards in the end zone. As soon as he hit the green turf, he was on the run, picked up 2-3 blocks, came to the near side, and after that, nobody touched him. Nobody even came close to him, and all they had left was the kicker to beat, but nobody touched him at all, and that was a great run there, and I think they had the clock on him and for the 50-yard dash there, too.
All right, so here we go. Jason Knowles set for the PAT, 27-24. What a big lift and momentum changer for the attack. Snap back, ball down, kicks up, and it's good. And with 40 seconds to go in the first half, it's 28-24 St. Louis attack, and that's just what the doctor ordered.
I tell you, this is
Hi, kids. Hi, parents. Come to Kokomo Joe's for an exciting, fun-filled day. Race go-karts and take the checkered flag. Take your best shot at one of the area's best laser tag arenas. Play glow mini golf, ride bumper cars, mini bowl, or maneuver your way through the laser maze. Plus, so much more. Win a great prize playing one of many arcade games. Celebrate your birthday party or sports team party with us. Bring your ticket from today's event and receive an additional $10 on your game card with purchase of $25 or more. One purchase per event ticket, please. Kokomo Joe's, where families play.
7-2 alone, all from the defense. Then you have you have an interception return from a touchdown. You have a fumble recovery in the end zone for a touchdown for Bloomington. So just a lot of defense, and then you factor in DeAndre Jackson on special teams as well. Actually, DeAndre Jackson, he has 6, 12, I think 14 of the attack's points, so at least half of their points.
We won't even need a halftime report with that.
I've always got more on the Solomon report.
Well, the Solomon report covers everything. Dave Solomon, he's the fly on the wall in every locker room. The St. Louis Blues, Cardinals, Rams. Here comes the run up on the kick. This time they kick it, and it's picked up at the 6-yard line, brought out to the 15-yard line. Nice little return up to midfield. There he goes, zipping on into the end zone for a touchdown. But there's a flag on the field. Unbelievable. Jeremy Caldwell kind of got it, danced around a little bit, and then he turned on the afterburners and zoomed into the end zone. And we'll see what the call is. And it's a hold.
On the offense.
Big break for the St. Louis attack. Wow. So end-to-end action, and started out a little bit sluggish, a defensive battle. And here we go as the action's really picked up at a feverish pitch here late in the first half. 31 seconds to go.
I tell you, that was a prime run there, as you saw the kick return guy pick the ball up about seven-yard line, and Caldwell took it on the near side. He was really kind of walking a little bit, looking for his blocks.
He was like shuffling, like, hey.
As soon as he found his blocks, he bursted in the second gear, and he was gone.
He deked him. It's kind of like deke, you know, it's kind of like when the guy kind of saunters over to the sideline, doesn't go out of bounds.
Little sleeper.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Fendrich, who replaced Mosley early in this ball game. First down, 10 yards to go, ball at the 23-yard line. Man in motion to the near side. Fendrich, long drop, and he gets it over the middle, and in and out of the hands. Big defensive play right there. Is that Null? He knocked the ball out. The ball was about to be completed to the running back.
That was actually Antonio Ficklin, the defensive lineman playing fullback. Ficklin, soaking it up. Maybe tried to run with the ball a little before he had it right there. Ficklin trying to ham it up, and it cost him.
And folks, if you go to the Facebook page and the website of the St. Louis Attack, you'll see an interview with Jason Null. Jason Null, very insightful interview. The guy's a beast, man. I mean, his arms are just like arms of steel. And he ripped that ball out right there, bringing up a 2nd down and 10 for the Edge. Quick fake. Lots of time going down towards the end zone. Ball's batted into the crowd. And a fan picks it up and tosses it back onto the field. But I tell you what, the wide receiver had 3 guys around him, and it tipped it, went into the crowd. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Well, that was very interesting right there, because DeAndre Eagle, he actually had some separation on the attack cornerback, Marcus Dickinson. But Dickinson showing some great persistence. The throw wasn't quite dead on, and Dickinson taking advantage after the pass bounced off Eagle's hands, took him down and just made sure that Eagle couldn't recover and take that one in for an easy touchdown. So even though he was initially beat, great work by Marcus Dickinson. Some continued excellence right there.
3rd down, 10 yards to go. Bloomington Edge. Fendrich under center. 5-step drop, looks to the right side, has got his man. 1st down for the Edge. At the 16-yard line, that's number 8, Marcus Lewis from Northern Illinois University. On the 1st down, and there's 12 seconds to go, and the Edge trying to recapture their brief lead as they're down 4 points with 12 seconds to go. Ball's going to be spotted at the 16-yard line. Looking at the replay here. He caught it, made a nice move, and then he was brought down by Brian Lowry. And he did power enough forward for the 1st down. So here we go. The Edge break the huddle. And it looks like the replacement, number 44 for the attack, is leaving the field. Number 44. And with 12 seconds left, here come the Edge.
Edge staying with a rare I formation, which is very rare to see in the indoor game, using the defensive lineman Antonio Ficklin as a fullback.
Fendrich, long drop, goes to the left side sidearm pass, and it goes into the VIP area where the big party's going on over there. Folks, come on down to the Family Arena. You can get VIP tickets for about $47. You can come and get all the food and drinks you want throughout the game. And
Food
you're
and
right
soft
there.
drinks right there. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, it's VIP at an everyman price. If you want to be a VIP for a day, you can do that without having to take out a second mortgage.
You know, and you're right there next to the attack bench. I mean, you're like leaning onto the field. You do got to pay attention, though, because these players and balls go flying into the crowd.
Yeah, well, you get the balls flying into the crowd. Sometimes you'll get a player flying into the crowd.
7 seconds left to go, so there's time for 1 or 2 more plays. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball is still on the 16-yard line. Fendrich, he pitches to the right side. Fullback pass it in the end zone, and players and balls are in the crowd. The attack player is about 5 rows deep into the crowd, and that ball is definitely thrown by a fullback.
Yeah, it was 5 rows up there as well.
Just take a look at the replay here. Looked like number 23.
Yeah, it was Andre Raymond, the tailback, right there with the passing attempt.
If I was him, I'd stick to running.
Yeah.
3 seconds left, though. This will probably be the last play of the first half.
It was a good idea, good play, good idea. You know, the defensive pulls the defensive back in for that pass, halfback pass, just didn't work.
The crowd's getting fired up. Should be the last play of the first half, barring a defensive penalty. And there's a whistle on the play. I don't know if there's a delay of game or
maybe a timeout.
Timeout on the field, huh?
Timeout by the attack, it looks like.
Well, it looked like Chris McKinney had something. We're going to keep it right here with 3 seconds left. We'll be hitting our commercials here in just a few minutes. But with that being said, I think Chris McKinney saw something. You know, in that last play, if that would have been a good pass, that could have possibly resulted into a touchdown. Pass obviously was kind of like the way I tee off in golf.
Well, it definitely pulled that defensive back forward.
The opposite of a hook. Good Masters action on today. A lot of good stuff. St. Louis Cardinals, big win over the Cincinnati Reds today.
And how about the Blues over the Minnesota Wild? 4-2 as well. Return of Vladimir Tarasenko.
Oh, exciting.
He had a goal and a couple of assists. Alexander Steen returned as well. I'm getting pumped going into the playoffs.
That's right. The Solomon Report coming up in a few minutes. Fendrich back to pass. 5-step drop. He's going for it all into the end zone. Flag! So there's no time left.
Defensive back pulled him as it was coming across the back of the end zone.
Lowry there with maybe a little too much action with the hands.
Correct.
So they're probably going to put the ball down the 1 yard line, and we've got another play following. Wow.
Well, he's going to say the ball was not catchable, is what they're trying to say. Is that what Coach Finney's saying right now?
Well, the referee's saying interference. So Chris McKinney's out there pleading his case, but to no avail. The crowd doesn't like it. I'm not sure if it was a catchable ball or not. Lowry is pleading profusely with the referee. He's like, come on, man.
It's Denard Quinn, number 90, defensive lineman for your St. Louis Attack.
Instead of going to the
Get on your feet, make some noise, turn up with us, let's go!
Turn down, first and goal and 6.
Well, that's good news for the attack. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to kick a field goal.
Nope.
They've got different personnel in the game.
Joe Green. Keep in mind, Fendrich is the kicker as well as the quarterback as well.
So Joe Green, the holder's in. He's kneeling down at the 13-yard line.
But nothing's for sure. You never know what trickery
I think it's a good call. I think it's a good call. Fendrich.
If they go through with it.
That's a fumbled snap. Joe Green, he throws towards the end zone, and it's intercepted by the attack. There we go. Midfield. He's going to go all the way. Diving into the end zone. Touchdown.
Marcus Dickinson with a great return. Maybe the Edge, all they had to do was throw it away and they'd be done, but instead Joe Green trying to force matters. Marcus Dickinson all over it, and we got some action over near the bench.
Jason Null out there. There's John
and Chris McKinney with a huge grin on his face as well.
And Andrew Haynes is out on the field.
You gotta love Mr. Haynes.
He had his hands all over a couple players over there.
Well, he said, get your butts off the field now.
Yeah.
And a little extracurricular, but it's halftime right now. An exciting finish. Marcus Dickinson from Kirkwood High School with a big return. And at halftime, the score, St. Louis Attack 36 and the Bloomington Edge 24. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the Solomon Report and halftime festivities after these messages from 13 a.m., 80 a.m., TalkSCL.com.
A broken phone means hassle to some. To others, catastrophe. Don't replace it, repair it. CPR has 8 area locations to fix it and get you on your way. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. Your phone has water damage? CPR can fix it. Cracked screen? CPR can fix it. Broken tablets, laptops, game systems, or any other device? CPR can fix it. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. 8 locations in the St. Louis Metro. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com to find a store near you. CPR can fix it.
Are you looking for new and exciting and inexpensive ideas to boost revenue and attendance at your next grand opening, charity event, or fundraiser? If so, visit pinshot.com. Pinshot.com is St. Louis' leading provider of special sport promotions like the half-court shot, field goal kick contest.
Basically speaking, I always wanted to continue my football career after college as much as I could, so as long as I could. So, heard about the Monsters, I heard about a little indoor football in St. Louis before as far as with the Rays and things like that in the past. So, came and tried out for the Monsters. Didn't really go as planned, so I went the opposite route. I did a little amateur football football for a
locally owned
minute.
and operated company
And,
for over 30
with the
years, we
Missouri
insist
Cyclones.
that every windshield
So
is
I
installed
also
properly and safely. For
came
Floyd,
out,
there's
tried
no
again
other way.
whenever
Enjoy
the
our Floyd
franchise
Assurance
switched over to
package,
the
meaning
attack.
anything happens to
Came
your
out, tried out, made the
windshield,
team,
baseball game,
and
we'll give you a
ever
new
since it's
windshield
been a
for
great
free.
opportunity.
You just pay
learning
later.
about the
Call today to
arena
set your
game, the
windshield
differences between the
replacement
X
at
League
your
and
place
everything
or
else.
ours. 636-9224.
I was behind on the depth chart, a little bit behind Marcus Dixon, defensive player of the year, so it's a little hard to
They can take it out of storage and recushion and recover. Install and disassemble and make a one-of-a-kind custom cloth. Don't be ashamed.
No, it was fun though. It was fun, kind of just having to sit back, a different perspective, learning about the game, learning about the speed of the game, getting kind of entrenched in that and everything. It was really exciting as far as the whole championship run, going and having an undefeated season, things like that. That's really exciting to be a part of. Would have liked to play a little bit more, but again, it's fun.
Exit 6 Brewery does one thing and one thing only. B-E-E-R-B. Now, if you've seen a beer in a commercial, Exit 6 doesn't have it. For you novices out there, don't let that scare you. Let it intrigue you. How about trying something different? They offer 70 different craft beers, 23 on tap, 5 made in-house.
I think the team this year is going to be really diverse. We're bringing in a lot of different players. We still got a lot of good talent from last year. Including myself.
And tell them when you're used to drinking, and I guarantee you the staff will find you an alternative beverage that will taste better from the
already kind of noticing that training camp and everything.
Exit 6 was founded and is run by beer guys. They know it's good and will only carry the best the industry has to offer. If they don't drink it, they won't sell it. Plain and simple. We open the doors daily at 4 p.m., 7 days a week.
Wrap it up, I would really say fun. A lot of fun, a lot of speed, a lot of fun, and that's what I'm all about. A lot of times, you just got to remember that it's still a game. You know what I mean? We've been playing this game since we were 8, 9 years old. So, again, it's just a game. But with the X League, it brings a whole other edge to it.
About
a
eating
lot
and
of scoring,
drinking
high
at a
scoring.
chain, try something Shamrocks.
I think it's an awesome opportunity for us to be able to be expanding with some other teams and everything like that. I'm really looking forward to the competition level. As you said before, we're going to be playing some new teams. Definitely going to get a chance to challenge us as players as well as coaches. Having them go week by week, game planning against different personnel and different kind of formations, speeds and everything like that. So I think we're going to be up to the challenge. We're going to be ready to go.
It's better when you say it twice, and it's nice to be nice.
My decision to get clean. I did it for me. Admittedly, I probably did it
championship.
for you. So I could come back a brand new me. You have seen me through. And don't even realize
Your
what
St.
you
Louis
did.
Attack halftime show. Brought to you by CPR Cell Phone Repair.
Hi, this is Chef Larry G. with Championship Catering. We cater all your special events, including weddings, banquets, and more. Be a guest at your own party. Check us out at championshipcatering.com.
TL.com, 1380 a.m. for individuals to watch. I put your name in there and Dave's in there. I have not gotten any money from you guys yet.
I'll buy you a beer after the game.
All right, I wouldn't do that. But
Bridget Minnie is a great lady. Folks, go out to Westport Plaza. You got Nick Calandro sings on Friday nights. The Panthers open up. Ryan Clark is generally there on Saturday night. So great entertainment out there. During the week, you got some great fish specials.
Well, born here in St. Louis. Moved to Houston, Texas when I was about 12 years old. Went to high school down there. Pretty much grew up down there, and then about 6 years ago I moved back here to St. Louis. I was in an advertising business, and I was working out still and staying strong from playing football before. And I got a call from a guy who said that there was a workout for an arena team. So I went there and tried out. And, I had a real good workout. They invited me to camp. And about 11 years later, here I am.
I could go for some fine Italian, maybe a nice You didn't need anyone
So far, kind of shaky so far, but I think we're going to get things together. We had a little talk last night, and we're going to get things rolling.
Did not have an offensive score in the first quarter. It was 7-2 attack. The attack didn't score, a couple defensive stops.
We're all just trying to come together as one whole team. You know, we were a big nucleus last year, and we got some new guys coming in this year too. So we're trying to all just really get familiar with each other and see how everybody rolls. You know, I think everybody, last night we were talking about we had to talk. Everybody got to talk. Speak their mind on what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing. A lot of things about what we shouldn't be doing more than what we should be doing. But I think we got things all off our chest. So I think we're ready to roll. I think we're going to have a great game this week. I feel sorry for Bloomington. Forrest Gump's my favorite movie, but favorite football movie would have to be The Replacements. I'm a comedy guy. I gotta have a comedy. I mean, I'm not a serious. There's other good football movies, but I think Replacements takes it. It's pretty funny. I get that quite a bit. I'm the White Rock. I get that a lot. And also Brian Urlacher. I get Brian Urlacher a lot. I actually got a free limo ride in Vegas when I went to Vegas one time. So they thought it was Brian Urlacher. I started up a gym. It's a personal training gym. We mainly do like group training. That basically takes all my day, and throughout in the afternoon I go work out, get ready, train for football, and in the evening time I go back and train throughout the evening time, and do that Monday through Friday, and on the weekends basically I just all to myself, and I like to work out. That's basically what I like to do. It's my passion, and I like to just do whatever I can on the weekends, just chill and hang out too. You're ready for some excitement because we're really going to get down. I'm telling you, like I said on this talk last night, we're all gelling now, and we're going to come out firing. And if you ain't ready, like T.O. said, you better get your popcorn ready.
Some of the attack offense, Darryl Gray Jr., 6 carries for 13 yards, including a 2-yard touchdown run. Chris Head, a pair of catches for 26 yards, and DeAndre Jackson. What if I wanted to break? Laughing all reception for 5 yards, and then touchdown. In addition to the touchdown for the kick return, and we have 7 minutes to go. Real on the side. What if I fell to the floor? Couldn't tell us anymore. How about Matt Adams breaking out a kickoff for his first home run? Winners over the Wild, the Blues could very well fix the Wild in their first round playoff matchups. We'll know it's all dependent on whether Anaheim wins their game tonight, Winnipeg. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of fun time to talk here on STL 1380. Don't forget JC Corporate. Yes, opening day special starting at 7 right here on STL. That's a lot of fun because we're going to have JC with us for a second, see if we will. And let's just continue to find out things going on.
STLouis.com. 8 locations in the St. Louis Metro. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com to find a store near you. CPR can fix it.
Are you looking for new, exciting, and inexpensive ideas to boost revenue and attendance at your next grand opening, charity event, or fundraiser? If so, visit pinshot.com. Pinshot.com is St. Louis's leading provider of specialty sport promotions like the half-court shot, field goal kick contest, and hole-in-one shootouts. Make your next casino or Texas Hold'em night a winner with a Royal Flush or Lucky 21 promotion. Don't forget to ask about our fall football programs, pinshot.com, ensuring sports' greatest moments.
Travis Triplett, offensive lineman, St. Louis Attack. Follow us on Twitter at St. Louis Attack. Follow us on Facebook. St. Louis Attack.
We insist that every windshield is installed properly and safely. For Floyd, there is no other way. Enjoy our Floyd Assurance Package, meaning if anything happens to your windshield, foul ball at a baseball game, we'll give you a new windshield for free. You just pay labor. Call today to set up your windshield replacement at your place or ours. 636-922-FLOYD or online at floydglass.com.
If you have a pool table, you need to know St. Louis Billiard Repair. They can make your old table new again. They can take it out of storage and recushion and recover, install and disassemble, and make a one-of-a-kind custom cloth. Don't be ashamed of the old table and let St. Louis Billiard Repair make your table rackable once again. See their work at stlouispooltablemovers.com or call 314-348-3916. Time to rack them up once again with pride at St. Louis Billiard Repair. 100% insured on-site and during transport. stlouispooltablemovers.com.
Exit 6 Brewery does one thing and one thing only, BEER beer. Now, if you've seen a beer in a commercial, Exit 6 doesn't have it. For you novices out there, don't let that scare you. Let it intrigue you. How about trying something different? They offer 70 different craft beers, 23 on tap, 5 made in-house. It's craft beer the way craft beer should be presented. If you're new to the world of craft beer, I encourage you to walk in and tell them what you're used to drinking, and I guarantee you the staff will find you an alternative beverage that will taste better from the corporate beer you've been drinking all your life. Exit 6 was founded and is run by beer guys. They know what's good and will only carry the best the industry has to offer. If they don't drink it, they won't sell it, plain and simple. They open the doors daily at 4 p.m., 7 days a week, right off of Highway N in Cotterville, 5055 Highway N to be exact. Exit 6 Brewery, doing what they do best, BEER beer. Exit6brewery.com. Cheers. We'll see you there. Next time you're thinking about eating and drinking at a chain, try something local and, dare I say, better. Shamrocks. Say it with me again. Shamrocks. 70 in Cave Springs, right next to one of those lobster chains on Veterans Memorial Parkway. Bite into a Shamrocks burger and you'll know what I'm talking about. Try one of the sandwiches, salads, wraps, and you can tell that plate of food was made just for you. They have a full bar to back it up along with a wide variety of craft beers. Shamrocks. Shamrocks. It's better when you say it twice, and it's nice to be nice to the nice. Shamrocks. Shamrocks.
Your St. Louis Attack halftime show, brought to you by CPR Cell Phone Repair.
Welcome back to the St. Charles Family Arena, along with Dave Solomon, Gary B, Scotty Boom Boom. We got Owen back in the studio. I'm Todd Blackstock, and the score is 36-24 St. Louis Attack. A lot of fun going on here at halftime. It's not even like the players even go in the locker room. Jason Knoll, the stud linebacker, and you got DeAndre Jackson right now with a interactive fan experience. These guys are actually playing catch with all the fans. We're trying to get them to throw the balls up here, but I don't know if they can get that far. But Jason Knoll and DeAndre, they're playing pitch and catch with the fans. 4 or 5 areas of the field, the fans are playing catch with the fans.
It's a great time, especially if you're trying to, find some family entertainment on the budget. With all the free general admission tickets available, you can, get a carload, get the old, Suburban, the station minivan, the Country Squire.
With the wood on the side.
Oh, always got to go with Big Woody. But, stuff the kids in, as many seatbelts as you have. You pay one fee for parking. And you come in.
What did I come in on? Big Woody.
Big Woody.
That's Scotty Boom Boom right there.
Yeah, I guess you came in midstream.
I took my headphones on. I hear, well, you're talking about Big Woody.
Talking about a Country Squire.
Gotcha. How about that? Brian Lowry running around, high-fiving the fans. The players are out dancing right now, and they're in a good mood because the Attack is up 36-24, an exciting end of that first half. And the Attack are on top right now as we're set for third quarter action.
So what do you think about Dan McMillan now, the second half here, Todd? You've got, nationally 29, or maybe I should ask you, David, 29 points he was able to score in that second quarter.
Well, it's only a 12-point deficit.
Not that much of it was attributable to McMullen.
Right.
I thought he showed flashes of brilliance. I mean, we didn't see it from Mike last week when he was in the lineup, being able to connect with DeAndre Jackson. but Dan McMullen has to be able to manage the game. A couple very costly interceptions there in the first half, and he has not been able to hold on to the football. I mean, he got lucky that two of his fumbles were recovered, but you had the one fumble in the end zone that wound up going for a safety. So 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions. You cannot expect to win games when your quarterback can't hang on to the ball and hands it right over to the opposition.
All right, DeAndre Jackson in his familiar spot at the end of the end zone. Fendricks, he's not going to go anywhere near DeAndre. He squibs this one up. The attacker in great field position. His head gets all the way down to the 13-yard line. So in an effort to keep the ball out of DeAndre Jackson's hand, they squib it. Head comes up in the attack with great field position to start the second half.
You have to squib it a little harder than that if you want the squib to be effective. I mean, yeah, you keep the ball out of the end zone. Maybe the Edge have faith in their defense and that they can rattle Dan McMullen, but I'd say starting with the ball on your side of midfield is absolutely unacceptable. So the attack can really make a statement, go up by more than the 12 points they lead by. 14:40 to go here in quarter number 3. Attack up 36-24.
Big break to start the second half. All right. Dan McMullen behind center. 5-step drop. He throws it, and he's. I
thought he was hit a little.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play as he was hit around the head, neck area, and it's going to be a legal procedure on the defense. How about that? So a penalty on the defense is going to nullify that play, and
that puts the attack at the 9-yard line of Bloomington.
You know, and he was lucky there. They did tip his arm, but it was lucky they didn't grab his arm because that could have been very naturally hurt quite a bit, and could have knocked him out of the game easily. But luckily, it was just tipped.
Folks, next week the St. Louis Attack will be out in Marion, playing at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Is that a doable road trip day for the fans?
It is manageable. You can do it in one day. It's not something that you can just take and get out work an hour, but about an 8-hour drive or so.
All right, here we go. 13:38 to go in the third quarter. Dan McMullen, 2-step drop going in the end zone, right on the goal line.
Hand it off.
It's caught. Hand it off. Touchdown.
Oh,
how about that?
How do I score that one?
And Lowry, they throw it over the goal post.
Slams it with the right hand.
How about that? The attack player, they get down to the 1-yard line, hand it off, and they're arguing it over with the referees right now. The clock and scoreboard have changed to 42-24.
A great pass, got right to the end zone, 1-yard line, as you mentioned, and another one of the players, and we're trying to get his number right here.
Well, that was Chris Head, I think, with the initial reception, but he was able to somehow get the ball over to Johnny King.
So Johnny King with a 1-yard touchdown rush.
So I guess the question is, does Head get credit for the reception?
He gets credit for the reception, and then it's the handoff. He hands it off. That's what I would say.
It's almost like a fumble. I don't think you could call it a handoff.
I'm glad I don't have the responsibilities with this team as being official scorer.
In football, if you run the ball like an option and you gain 10 or 15 yards and you pitch it, but the question is,
do you think Head actually had possession of the ball? Or did he just kind of push it over to King?
Well, that's something for our coach's show. We'll be taping again this Thursday with Coach Chris McKinney.
Well, it's definitely a completed pass to the 1-yard line. Then after that, that's when you give the touchdown.
I agree. With a touchdown, the St. Louis Attack, they go up 19 points, 43-24, with 12:44 to go here in the third quarter. So the St. Louis Attack, they come out immediately with a score. The Bloomington Edge, they're afraid of DeAndre Jackson and that big play, blazing speed, ability. And here comes Jason Knoll with a kickoff. He's not afraid of anybody. It's picked up in the end zone. Brought out to the 5-yard line, breaks the tackle. There's a penalty on the play.
Block behind the back.
Damn.
Block in the back.
And number 8 slams into the board at the 8-yard line, Marcus Lewis. And we'll see what the referees say as they converge. It's going to be holding. Right, holding on the return team, so they're going to move them back a little bit, so they're going to be deep in their own territory.
Yeah, right at the 6-yard line.
And down 19 points with 12:38 to go in the third quarter.
This is Jason Knoll from your St. Louis Attack. It's time to make some noise. Let's go.
The bottom line is he came out with authority and zipped that ball right in there. So actually on the kickoff there, the attack had great position, but he started immediately and threw a bullet pass, and which ended up actually becoming a touchdown after it was handed off.
All right, Fendrich back at quarterback. The ball's on the right hash mark. First and 10, ball at the 3-yard line, deep in Edge territory. They pitch it around the left side. And nowhere to run, breaking a tackle and going down immediately is the running back, Andre Raymond. Second down and long for the Edge.
Nice pull down. Andre Moore did a super job of pulling that would-be runner down immediately right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, got a big show Monday. JC with his opening day Cardinal extravaganza. Zav and the Ride are going to follow with some opening day stuff. And Brian Clark, formerly of Brian Clark and the St. Louis Browns, will be in studio Monday to perform his song, Sportsman's Park. So you'll definitely want to check that out. Then the H-Man from 11 to 1, Jim Rome 1 to 3, and of course the King's Court. Ball is out to the wide receiver, caught for a near first down. There's a nice pitch and catch from Fendrich to, it looks like DeAndre Eagle from Illinois State University.
Bloomington loves that I formation that we've been talking about the entire game here. And in that case, gives them an extra blocker back there, but an immediate pass to the near side picks up that first down.
All right, first down, 10 yards to go. The crowd is getting rowdy right now. They're screaming defense, interactive. I think the players really fired up the crowd at halftime. Ball on the 13-yard line. Fendrich pitch over the right side to Raymond. Raymond breaks a tackle and up to the first down. Oh, just about to midfield. And the referee is already giving the first down signal. Lowry on the tackle right there, but a quick hitter right there. And number 23, Raymond, zipped around the right side and put his head down.
Andre Raymond with his first breakout run of the game. He had 7 carries for 6 yards up to that point, but was able to finally find a seam on the outside and get through and get the 10 yards for a first down with 10:23 to go here in quarter number 3.
How about that? 43-24 if you're just checking in. We are TalkSTL.com, 1380 AM. And Fendrich back to pass for the Edge, and a nice pass over there as he completes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. And a great pitch and catch. I think that was Marcus Lewis on the reception, and indeed it was. And I tell you, the Edge has been moving the ball on their opening drive here in the second half.
Yeah, 2 plays over close to 20 yards. Nice outs as they come down the field, and quarterback's doing a super job with some good blocking by his upline too.
Coach John Johnson definitely making some adjustments at halftime. Defensive coordinators Brian Thomas and Frank West. D-back coach Jeff Hunt is now the director, and going to the end zone, touchdown. Fendrich back to pass. He threads the needle, and he gets it over to number 8.
That was
once
Lewis again.
Lewis back to back, so they march down 3 quick plays, and they're back in this ball game, 43-30. And the Edge definitely saw something in their halftime video, their notes and their meetings, and they came out and they've shredded the attack defense on their opening drive.
Nothing fancy. The up man on the far left side just went down the field, came across in the middle of the end zone, whereas this far near side here, the ends did not go out at all, so the defensive backs had that whole right side of the end zone open.
And they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're not going to kick it. With 8:46 and counting to go in the third. Fendrich under center, and he's back to pass, throws around, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Lowry. How about that? So Lowry with another pick right there, and that nullifies the 2-point conversion with 8:35 to go in the third quarter. The attack with a 13-point lead, 43-30.
And I think another reason why they're not doing that, why they're not going for an extra point, is their snapper really has not done that well tonight. The entire game, even when the quarterback is in the shotgun position, he has not done a good job there, nor when extra point attempts or field goals have happened. Not a good snapper.
All right, we got a lot of fun at Talk STL this week. We had some fun guests. Tex Trismegistus, Diva Lee made an appearance. She's going to be rotating in. And next week, next Wednesday, Kara Savio from STL TV and Higher Education Channel. She's one of the professional radio people around St. Louis the last 15, 20 years, working at Metro and doing a lot of weather updates, and she's fantastic. She's going to be joining us on Wednesdays. Next Friday, Debo Lynn Hart Jr. He's got a MMA show. He's one of the guys that puts together all these mixed martial arts productions. He's joining us Friday. We got a lot of surprises throughout the week. So we're having a lot of fun doing 9 to 11 on 1380 AM. Following J.C. Corcoran. That's a lot of fun. What a great lead-in.
I tell you,
J.C. Corcoran.
He's going to warm the crowd up for you.
You know, plus we're a little edgy as well, and maybe not as edgy as he is, but we're going to come in with a fun audience already, you know, in a good mood, and we're going to try to keep it going.
And it'll be fun Monday, opening day for the St. Louis Cardinals, right at home.
Oh, yeah. All right, folks, 8:35. We're out here at the St. Charles Family Arena. St. Louis Attack on the scoreboard with the lead, 43-30 over the Bloomington Edge. And Fendrich with a kick. This time he sputters it around, and it goes into the VIP area, knocks over a couple of hot dogs, and onto the ground.
The hot dogs are on the ground or the ball?
Well, both. The ball bounded into the attack area over there by Andrew Haynes and his lovely wife, Leah.
Leah's celebrating a birthday here today.
She's actually president of the team.
So happy birthday to Leah as well.
How about that? And they wipe the mustard off the ball and bring it back into play, and the attack will take over. First down, 10 yards to go at the 16-yard line.
Attack were able to march down the field in their opening drive here in the third quarter. So Dan McMullen, he might have just found some rhythm again.
Here we go. DeAndre Jackson in motion on the run-up. McMullen, quick hit it over to
Chris Head.
Head on the left side. Head, nice gain. He dives forward to midfield, a gain of about 9. It'll be second down and short for the attack as we approach the 8-minute mark of the third quarter.
A great pick on this side that allowed them to pick up that 9-yard gain there. And again, good blocking downfield. So the attacker putting some things together. Dan, again, this second half, guys, seems to kind of been settling down a little bit. I don't want to jinx him or anything, but he's settling down.
He's settling down, but I tell you, the Edge came out smoking. I mean, they ripped right through the defense. And there's a fumble on the snap, and a good play by Dan McMullen to dive on the ball and keep possession. So it's going to be third down and about a yard. So that's all right. Nice play there.
Not really all right, though. It's been a continuing problem with McMullen, whether it be on exchanges or letting go of the ball, not to mention the interceptions as well. You can't give up the football that many times. He's gotten lucky that 3 out of the 4 fumbles have been recovered by the attack, but that's not a formula for winning football.
Now, it was sibling day this week. Could there be a sibling rivalry going on here? Oh, this time they hand it off the left side to Grady. Grady with a first down all the way down to the 20-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10 for the attack. And we're just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
One good thing about Dan does get that ball and handed it off immediately. I mean, that exchange was less than a second. As soon as he got it into his hands, and sometimes maybe he's thinking about that quickness, but maybe not being able to receive it from the center. But in that case, he got the ball, handed it off immediately, picked up that first down.
And Coach McKinney mentioned that quickness as one of Dan's attributes about how, filling in for his brother Mike, he might be able to separate himself as well.
Still a big guy, too. 6'4", 230.
Awesome. 6:24 to go in the third. Todd Blackstock, Dave Solomon, Gary B. on the call. And there's a quick timeout on the field. And that'll give me a chance to talk about Miller Mortgage Team, folks. 1380 AM, talkstl.com. Would like to welcome the Miller Mortgage Team as a proud sponsor of our Miller Mortgage Team is powered by Miller Mortgage Funding and will provide one-stop shopping for all your mortgage needs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or you would like to take advantage of the best rates possible on the refi, Russ Miller from Miller Mortgage Team will set you up with different programs to maximize your purchasing power. Personalize and tailor your loans to fit your individual needs. They will do it in a rapid and professional manner. For 30 years, 15 and adjustable rate. Contact Russ Miller from Miller Mortgage Team at 314-768-3703 or visit him at MillerMortgageTeam.com. How about that? Miller Mortgage Team, making you feel right at home.
I tell you what's really neat about the Family Arena time is look at all the fans here on a Saturday night. And there's a lot of people, a lot of families. So make sure you check out the next available date that they'll be here, which will be on Friday the 24th.
Yes, Friday night action. And Dan McMullen, and the defensive nose guard shoves the center back. Number 52 is on his back right now, and
that's Xavier McKenzie.
He kind of looked like a bowling ball out there. So that's going to be a penalty against the Edge, and it's going to put the attack down in the X zone area,
He took
15-yard line.
He took one for the team there. Rolling the dice.
1st and 5 on the 15 for the attack.
Yeah, kind of like that. 6:19 to go in the third quarter. This game is brought to you by 1380 AM, TalkSTL.com. We made the move from Wentzville to the beautiful studios on Hampton. DeAndre Jackson in motion, and they throw it over to Head. Head gets it down to the 10-yard line and close to a first down. We'll see the spot.
I tell you, a quick pass there, real quick, receiving from the center, zipped it as quick as he could. Great catch, and picks up that first down.
6-yard completion. So it's 1st and goal on the 9.
Yes, so here we go. We're under 6 minutes to go in the third. The score is 43-30.
And Chris Head's sort of emerging as a go-to target for Dan McMullen. Head now 5 completions on the evening. Nothing for really that big of a gain, but 5 receptions, 49 yards for Head, although he kind of wisely handed it off to Johnny King for the touchdown.
All right, Jackson in motion. This time they throw it to the right side to King, and the ball is incomplete. A little errant pass there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and goal with 5.5 minutes to go in the third.
I think he got a little afraid of putting that ball in the middle of the field there. He didn't lead that wide receiver that was on the far right side coming into the middle of the field, threw it behind him, but I think he kind of was a little edgy there as far as the possibility of a middle linebacker being in the middle.
All right, Charlie Tuna will be joining Howard Balzer a couple times a week during the noon show from 11 to 1. Let me give him a little plug. And, Head, ouch.
He never went down, yeah.
Man, he got smoked right in the knee. I was thinking, oh, my goodness. And he bounced right back up. He doesn't seem to be limping any. So,
got just about back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
So 3rd down and long.
Great athleticism where he was tackled, but he never hit the ground. He put his arm down and balanced himself and was able to pick up a few more yards after that. And that was actually a lateral. I don't believe that was a forward pass.
No,
Dave.
it wasn't a forward pass. It's going down officially in our official Talk STL 1380 AM stats as a carry for no yard.
I knew you would be on it, David.
As always.
Nothing gets by Mr. Solomon. How's your buddy Skip Irwin doing? We'll talk about him in a minute.
Skip Irwin, he's doing great. Looking forward to opening day, riding for the Jewish Light.
All right, we're at 4:05 to go. Dan McMullen, 5-step drop. Rolls to the right. He's got pressure. Fumbles.
Let it go again.
And was his arm moving, or is that a fumble? And it's a fumble, and the Bloomington Edge take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. So
big fumble of the game.
The attack lose out on a fantastic opportunity to increase their lead. And 4th time they could have kicked a field goal, but now it's Bloomington ball. Let's get back to Skipper. What a legendary broadcast in St. Louis. He's done NBA games for
the Chicago Packers.
Long-time also broadcaster.
St. Louis University women. He called St. Louis Blues games on cable in the 70s.
We need to get him out of our show. I'm on him next week. Skip tells me like this.
Holding back and Skip Irwin. You can read him inside sports of the Jewish Light. Skip Irwin. It's going crazy right now. All right.
Rush. He's got time. He's got a great defensive play by Lowry. Unbelievable. He stuck it hard there. And made a fantastic defensive play from Northern Michigan. Brian Lowry, 6'1", 200 pounds, with one of the greatest defensive plays he did.
The wide receiver came down the far right side, did a post manner into the middle, and he felt very comfortable that he was going to get the ball. He was going to let it come to him. But then out of nowhere, the defense of the attack came into play. The big right hand knocked it down.
We're under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Edge still in the I formation. The big defensive end, Antonio Ficklin as the fullback.
All right, this time it's a pitcher on the right side. Big number 23. That's
Andre
Raymond. He's kind of like a little, he's kind of like a pinball. He bounces off people, puts his head down. He's got a low sense of gravity. And I tell you, he's got those thick thighs. He looks like he could probably squat about 1,000 pounds with those thighs.
Andre Raymond, longtime running back. Coach John Johnson has great loyalty to him with the Edge.
I'm trying to paint a picture. All right, 2:08 to go. Fendrich back to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. It's number 8, once again, Marcus Lewis, and that's a first down for the Edge.
That ball was in the air a long time, and he went up to pick up that ball. He grabbed it and immediately was popped by DeAndre Jackson, and I didn't know how he caught that ball or how he was hanging on to it, because when you're in the air like that, naturally a lot of things can happen, but he was pulled down immediately. Did get that first down, however, 18-yard line of the attack.
That's right. First down. Fendrich's in the I formation. Back to pass. He's got a big rush, and he shovels it over to Raymond, who smokes into the stands, right into the Jokers, into the Joker sign right in front of the attack bench, and they're talking some smack right there.
Well, Adrian Moore with some great initial pressure for the attack, as Drew Fendrich just had to hurry up and shovel the ball off to Andre Raymond. Short reception for him, maybe a gain of a yard.
Last week when Isaac Bruce was up here sitting in doing a little play-by-play, he was mentioning how there's a lot of talent out here. Some of these guys, you're going to see them in NFL camps trying to make rosters.
Andre Raymond, one of those guys who's been in NFL camps, as well as his fellow running back Lyndon Rawls before he got hurt.
Right. This is no joke, folks. Come on out here to these St. Louis Attack games. It's great football. Fendrich, 5-step drop, looks to the right side, got his man. And once again, a first down right there. Lowry with a tackle, and Marcus Lewis, who's got Velcro hands. He's got good hands. Very impressive wide receiver for the Edge.
Yeah, and he knew he was going to get popped immediately on the near side here, right up against the wall, and 2 attack players popped him immediately, but he held on without a problem.
All right, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. 43-31, St. Louis Attack. But the Bloomington Edge is inside the 10-yard line. They're down at the 8. First and goal with 3 seconds. 2 and 1. And that's it, folks, for the third quarter. For the score, once again, St. Louis Attack 43 and the Bloomington Edge 31. We're going to take a break. You're listening to 1380 AM, TalkSTL.com. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action.
A broken phone means hassle to some. To others, catastrophe. Don't replace it, repair it. CPR has 8 area locations to fix it and get you on your way. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. Your phone has water damage? CPR can fix it. Cracked screen? CPR can fix it. Broken tablets, laptops, game systems, or any other device? CPR can fix it. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com. 8 locations in the St. Louis Metro. Cellphone repair-stlewis.com to find a store near you. CPR can fix it.
Summer is right around the corner. Now's the time to get the pool of your dreams. Give Proscape Pools and Landscaping a call at 314-581-2797 to get started. Jay and his crew have been doing this for 17 years, and their experience shows. Proscape Pools and Landscaping can do it all, from the pool to the patio, even the fencing. 314-581-2797. Spend your summer the way you've always dreamed of with Proscape Pools and Landscaping.
Exit 6 Brewery does one thing and one thing only, BEER beer. Now, if you've seen a beer in a commercial, Exit 6 doesn't have it. For you novices out there, don't let that scare you. Let it intrigue you. How about trying something different? They offer 70 different craft beers, 23 on tap, 5 made in-house. It's craft beer the way craft beers should be presented. If you're new to the world of craft beer, I encourage you to walk in and tell them what you're used to drinking, and I guarantee you the staff will find you an alternative beverage that will taste better from the corporate beer you've been drinking all your life. Exit 6 was founded and is run by beer guys. They know what's good and will only carry the best the industry has to offer. If they don't drink it, they won't sell it, plain and simple. They open the doors daily at 4 p.m., 7 days a week, right off of Highway N in Cotterville, 5055 Highway N to be exact. Exit 6 Brewery, doing what they do best, BEER beer. Exit6brewery.com. Cheers. We'll see you there.
Your voice of the St. Louis Attack. 1380 AM and TalkSTL.com.
Powered by CPR, cell phone repair.
And we are back from the St. Charles Family Arena. I'm David Solomon alongside Todd Blackstock, Gary B., Scott Gherkin manning the controls here on site. Owen Schroyer in studio control as the Attack lead the Bloomington Edge 43-31 after 3 quarters of play. As I bring you the Solomon report after quarter number 3, Drew Fenrich taking over in relief at quarterback for the Edge. 9 of 14 passing for 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dan McMullen stepping in for his brother Mike for this week. 7 of 12 passing for 95 yards, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown, but the biggest key, 5 fumbles. The Attack have recovered 3 of them, but great defensive performance by the Attack and the all-around great game from DeAndre Jackson have the Attack up 12 heading into the 4th quarter. As your home for the Attack is TalkSTL.com as Fendrich taking the ball under center, hands it off to the running back. That is Andre Raymond. Raymond advances for a couple yards, advances to about the 8-yard line. And with that, we will have 2nd down. And it looks like it's about 8 yards to go to the goal. So right. 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line as Todd Blackstock is back and ready to go to call the rest of the game.
How about that? 4th quarter action here. Attack up by 12. This is a hell of a game, guys. Very close. Both teams have had a lot of exciting plays. There's a lot of great athleticism out here on this field tonight. And
I just think you've got a lot of overall athletes on both teams, and that's allowed the Attack to stay right in this one.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Fendrich. Play fakes it, goes back and throws it into the crowd, into the 3rd row. That's picked up by a young man with red pants who right now he's on the screen. And the young man throws it back in. Now last year they got to keep the balls, but I think that became a pretty big expense.
Yeah.
After all, I mean, those balls.
You have to throw. You can play catch with the players. You can play catch with the referees. But at the end of the day, unless you want to go to the souvenir stand, and they got some great merchandise here at the Attack team store. And if you can't make it to the game, I'm sure you can just go to St. Louis Attack website, stlattack.com, and get some great merchandise with some real sharp Attack and ambush merchandise available on sale for reasonable prices.
All right, the Attack, 13-30 away from a victory. Fendrich back to pass into the end zone, tipped off the receiver's hands, and Lowry goes hurtling over the boards and into the stands.
I tell you, not much action going on in the 3rd quarter. Just a pair of touchdowns were traded by both teams. So the first quarter, the Attack had 7 points, and the Edge had 2 points. And really, David, was the 2nd quarter that really turned it on.
Oh, the 2nd quarter when both teams were literally trading touchdowns constantly. We had a couple pick 8s, so just a lot of action where teams were taking it to the house in the 2nd. But, you know, what had been a little sloppy play, I think both teams have really clamped down. So the biggest key is the Attack need this big stop here with 4th and goal to go on the 9-yard line, and then Dan McMullen needs to hold on to the ball.
Fendrich back to pass. He's going into the end zone, and it's caught, and the helmet falls off over the side.
No good, no good.
He dropped the ball as well.
It.
Yep. Yeah, I thought he caught that. His helmet
had it
flying off.
He had it,
wow.
But that was some great coverage. Great coverage by the Attack. I think it was Brian Lowry.
Let's look at the replay here. Oh my gosh, his whole body's almost like Lowry or the defensive
Marcus
back.
Dickinson was in
Dickinson
on that.
helped him. Dickinson actually held him from flying over after his helmet went off.
After making sure he punched the ball.
Exactly
he
right.
He punched the ball away, and then he saved him from falling on his head on the concrete. So great sportsmanship by Marcus Dickinson from Kirkwood High School.
Pick up a couple points, too.
How about that? 44-31, and now it's Attack ball, 1st and 10, just inside the 10-yard line. Quick hitter over to the near side. And it looks like King up to the 16, 17-yard line, a quick hitter and a gain of 8. And with 12-20 to go in the ball game, the Attack with a nice play.
Yeah, and actually they picked up one point on that, but that shows you, again, both defenses are really screwing it down and not allowing a lot to happen.
All right. Exciting game out here at the Family Arena. And we'll be back here Friday the 18th at
Actually,
6 p.m.
That's a road game.
No, I mean 24th, excuse
Friday
me.
the 24th.
Friday the 24th. We'll be back here. I believe that's an earlier game, too. I'm going to have to check that. Or that could be... I'm going to check the schedule.
It's a 7:35 game here against the Marion Blue Racers. Mike McNeil will be back for that one as quick little handoff, but it bounces off the ground, but they don't call that.
Yeah, let's check that out.
And that's DeAndre Jackson I don't know what you call that, because I thought it looked like it was an attempt of a forward pass, but it bounced on the turf, so.
Folks, next week, the Attack will be facing the Marion Blue Racers at Veterans Memorial Coliseum, and that is a 6 o'clock game next week. So,
and that's because that's the Eastern time zone. Marion is about an hour north of Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
So that's an Eastern time, so that's why it's at 6 o'clock. And then the following week, they're right here in the friendly confines of the Family Arena.
11 minutes to go in the ball game. Attack up 13. Here comes DeAndre in the near side. And it's a quick hitter up the middle. Is that Daryl Grady?
Yes, that is.
God, he doesn't want to go down.
It was a bowling ball.
Pulls his way down into Bloomington Edge territory, down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
5'11", 230 pounds, and it's all muscle. I'll tell you, I didn't even know he was in a scrum there for a couple seconds.
13-yard run for Grady.
It's a fabulous run. 10:30 to go here in the fourth quarter, 44-31. First down for the Attack. The ball's on the 19-yard line.
They're trying to tackle him high. You cannot do that. You cannot tackle a big guy like that high.
And we're approaching the 10-minute mark. Scotty Boom Boom in the house, having some fun out here tonight.
1st and 10 on the Edge 19.
It's a lot of work getting all this stuff set up. Quick pitch to Grady on the left side. He bowls down to the 16-yard line, a gain of about 3. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
I tell you, though, a 13-point lead is not a lot in this league.
No, it's not. But one thing that they don't have the inside the 1-minute rule anymore with double scoring. So, you can breathe a little bit.
Right there.
I kind of like that rule, though. It kind of like you were really never out of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, indoor football is all about the high-octane offense. I would cringe if the NFL came up with a rule like that, or college. But in this game, it's all about having fun. It's all about having a good time, and it's all about lighting up the scoreboard.
Dan McMullen behind center. Ball on the left hash mark, 16-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Quick hitter over the near side to head. And he fumbles.
But looks like the Attack recover that.
Yes, they did.
Wow.
3rd down.
DeAndre Jackson all over it.
He climbs up for
coming
the
up
board
big in more ways than one.
Yeah, we couldn't see him because the sideboard's there, but he came up, and it was number 11. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, yeah, it was a big strip. Number 19 on the Bloomington Edge with the strip. Number 19 is Dominic McDuffie from Appalachian State. So that was a good play by him. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Attack with 8:40 to go in the ballgame.
Yeah, there was a little pick play on the near side here, and the pick guy ended up recovering the fumble, so puts the ball on the 12-yard line.
Here we go. Dan McMullen under center. DeAndre in motion. Quick hit to the left side. It's caught. Whoa. Face mask.
Yeah.
It's called. I think that was Chris Head.
There's hankies all over the place.
Oh, Chris McKinney's out on the field. The coach ran out there. He's excited. He saw that great play. It looked like a little hitch. And can he get a penalty for running out on the field like that? That is funny.
I think he's already out on the field, isn't he?
There's coaches that, one thing with the X-League, the coaches are allowed on the field.
Yeah.
But McKinney's showing some of that spirit. Chris McKinney was a great wide receiver. This is NC State. He played with guys like Torrey Holt, Corin Robinson. He played with Phillip Rivers. So Coach Chris McKinney knows a thing or two about football. Anytime you get to play with Phillip Rivers, he said he really looked up to Torrey Holt. And why not? Torrey Holt, one of the wide receivers from the greatest show on turf. He was always mentioned in Hall of Fame possibilities. I thought Isaac Bruce didn't get near the recognition he got. When he retired, he was the 2nd all-time leading receiver, over 15,000 yards, 2nd only to Jerry Rice. I don't know what they're waiting on, but the Reverend Knight
just a log jam at wide receiver, though, for the Hall.
It seems like
it's 1st and goal at the 6 now for the Attack.
Moving on the near side. Number 97 on the defense was moving forward.
Yeah, everybody was not on the same count in that situation there. So they had to end up, the right guard ended up moving a tad bit.
This just in, St. Louis rapper Nelly arrested for felony drug possession. Breaking news right here in St. Louis. And that's a shame.
But
Nelly, 40 years old.
As always, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Sure, he was stopped on his tour bus for not having correct stickers in Tennessee. And you know when you're in those foreign cities like that, they smelled marijuana, stopped his bus. They found amphetamines, marijuana, and drug paraphernalias. Several handguns were found. And that is
first and goal from the 11 right now.
Bummer.
Look out.
Overthrows DeAndre Jackson. And the defender went over the boards. And
he's okay,
area,
though.
Hands up, and he's leaping back over.
So, folks, that is a bummer. Brian Jones of St. Louis charged with being in possession of a handgun. 4 others on the bus were not charged. So we hate to bring you that story, folks, but it is breaking news, and we had to bring it.
That looked like DeAndre Eagle playing a little two-way action. If I can read these numbers right, these numbers that are about, no, that wasn't. That's 19.
No, it was
Pardon
19.
me.
But like you
Pardon
said,
me, these numbers are 3 inches tall in these uniforms.
Innocent until proven guilty. You know,
Dominic
it's kind of like
McDuffie
Willie
there.
Nelson driving down. You know, if you got a bus that says Willie Nelson.
It sounds like it'll be a great Zob in the Rod topic. Maybe Monday
man, I don't
morning.
even want to go there.
Second down on the 11-yard line.
All right, we got 6:21 to go here in the fourth quarter.
King on the far side, head to the near side. Hand off to Daryl Grady Jr.
Grady's got it. He pushes down. Good defensive play
It's
right
about
here.
a yard.
Well, it took 5 people to tackle him.
This must be second, third, and goal. There's no line marker on the goal line. So they've got to be within the 10-yard. From our
Yeah,
angle
it is
right
third and goal. Third and goal at the 10 because it was at the 6. Then you had the 5-yard penalty for the motion. So it's now third and goal at the 10-yard line for the attack. 5:50 to go here in quarter number 4.
All right, Dave, feeling his oats over there, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
It's like we're talking football. We're not talking tour bus.
Exactly.
But we had to break that, folks.
Yes.
I hate to do it. Sorry. But it's one of those uncomfortable things that you have to do in the world of broadcasting. Here we go, folks. Third and goal. Dan McMullen under center. He's got McGrady like right about a foot behind him. Quick hitter, and it's knocked down. Great defensive play on the far side by number 8, Marcus Lewis.
Actually, that may have been Dominic Patterson.
Actually, number 6.
Dominic Patterson.
You're right.
The 3-inch numbers that work again.
The 3-inch stretch numbers.
I tell you, Dan threw in. There was a lot of white jerseys in that area down there when he tried to whistle that ball in there, and luckily it was just tipped, was not intercepted.
Bloomington certainly not doing us any favors, are they, with their numbers?
No,
situation.
but right now, Jason Null, we hopefully don't have to worry about a pass right here. Is Jason Null on to attempt a 25-yard field goal from the near hash mark?
And this is big, guys, because if he hits this right now, it's going to put him up by 18 or 16. Hold on. 16. And that's a couple of touchdowns there with 4:30. The clock is still running down. We're at the 4:30 mark.
13 seconds to go on the play clock.
Yeah, and the St. Louis Attack is milking it, which they should be. I mean, that's what you do. The time is huge right now. Snap back, ball down. Oh, it's blocked. So a big defensive play by Bloomington.
And that's a point for the Edge.
Yeah. So not only does the Attack not get the field goal, they give away a point to Bloomington. So with 4:13 to go, folks, in the ball game, it's 44-32. There's a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here. It's kind of close to the end of the game. And give us your thoughts, fellas.
Well, right now, Dan McClellan, he has basically he's never been in shotgun the entire game. Right now, really, it's in his hands right now, trying these short passes and everything. As of late, he's been incompleted passes, but luckily he hasn't thrown any interceptions at that point. More running, I think, is what they need to do. They need to spread out on the field more.
Because right there, it looks like the Attack passing game, while much improved over last week, it's just a little too predictable. You know, maybe try to mix in a little play action.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know how mobile Dan McMullen is as a quarterback, but maybe if you can roll him out a little more, if he can throw on the run, you can keep the Edge defense at bay.
Well, every time he rolls out, he's always throwing the ball. He never tucks it in and takes off. So I don't think the coach may have said to him, "Do not run it."
Well, we know what Chris McKinney is thinking right now. He wants to stop this, and we got assistant coach Dan Montgomery and Troy Robertson. Troy Robertson, that's a familiar name in St. Charles County.
He was with the Eagles.
Fendrich back to pass. He goes all the way down. He's got a man wide open.
Not so wide open.
Knocked away at the last minute. Wow, what a defensive
Brian
play.
Lowry.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, the quarterback threw a wounded duck. He threw it off his back foot.
And guys, we're going to have coming up here towards the end of the ball game with 3:45 to go, we're going to have our Paul Minios player of the game. And I tell you what, there's guys on both sides of the ball tonight that deserve this award. So we're going to have to put our heads together here pretty shortly.
By no means a no-brainer like it was last week.
All right, we're under 3:30, 3:25 and counting. Bloomington Edge with the ball. Down 12, ball on the 16-yard line. Second down and 10. Fendrich back to pass, 5-step drop, looks to the right side. He's got his man down to the 20-yard line of the attack. First down, Edge.
Yeah, in that case, the Edge's quarterback stepped into it and threw a nice bullet to the far side, all the way into the other end of the, or into the attack division there.
Marcus Lewis on the catch. Marcus Lewis has had a good game. I mean, I would say Marcus Lewis has been the top player on the Edge tonight, as far as I'm concerned. I think Lowry's had a great game. I think DeAndre Jackson's been spectacular as well. Fendrich back to pass. He's got him again. Wow. Unbelievable. It's just pitch and catch with Marcus Lewis and Fendrich tonight. Dave, I mean, these guys are quite a dynamic duo.
They've really had some good chemistry right here. Marcus Lewis right there with back-to-back receptions. So add it all up now. 7 complete receptions, 83 yards on the evening.
All right, first down. Fendrich back to pass. He's got pressure. He's going into the end zone. There's a penalty on the play, and the ball flies into the stands. There's a man down.
That was Marcus Lewis down, so the question is, was he shoved? I was looking at the play at hand, so I didn't see all the pushing and shoving going on in the end zone.
I tell you what, with 2:12 to go, this is coming down to it, folks. Let's see how they sort things out. It looks like it's going to be on the attack. First down in the X zone.
Yeah, they were coming across the middle right at the goal line, and contact was made, which laid out one of the Edge's wide receivers, and the line judge was right there and saw the whole thing and tossed that hanky. So there you go, first down at the 2-yard line. Edge is knocking on the doorstep here.
All right, first down and goal. Fendrich pitches around the right side. Pushing down towards the end zone is the big running back, Andre Raymond. And he's stopped short, and we're at the 2-minute mark. Attack up by 12. The Edge knocking on the door just inside the 5 at about the 2 or 3 yard line. And they're trying to get up there immediately because the clock is certainly not on their side. We're down to 1:45, and the clock's moving. All right, I formation, handoff around the right side and going into the end zone. Touchdown, Raymond from Eastern Illinois University. Is that the home of Tony Romo?
Yes, indeed.
How about that?
Nothing fancy, just a handoff going to the far side and bounced off a few players and broke the plane for a few points.
And the clock continues to roll, 44-38 with 1:15. as we approach the 1:10 mark of this ball game. And of course, they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. If they make this, they'll be down 4 points. But the attack, get the ball back quick. Throw to the end zone, and it's picked off by the attack. Great defensive play right there.
Yeah, there again, quarterback Fendrich was on his back foot and lobbed it in there. Great positioning by the defensive back.
All right, Dave, what do you think? I mean, it's a 6-point game, so.
Well, 58 seconds to go. Edge have all 3 timeouts. The attack have 2. But the question for Bloomington is, do you try to go for an onside kick right here?
All right, the crowd's fired up. They're smelling a victory. A victory that would put the St. Louis attack back to 2-1. And right there in the running for the X-League. They've got a lot of football left to play this year, guys. And
yeah,
you know, I can see them kind of gelling. What do you think, Dave? Do you think they're starting to gel a little bit? You got a new quarterback in there.
I'm seeing progress, but there's still, you know, all in all, other than maybe DeAndre Jackson, I think Chris McKinney is going to have a lot that'll frustrate him after this game. It'll be very
There were some turnovers.
Yeah, some turnovers, you know, a lot of fumbles.
What to do at quarterback?
Exactly. I mean, which McMullen do you go with? Obviously, you have Mike, the incumbent, Dan filling in for him this week.
Well, they're both great athletes,
yes.
but with Mike McMullen's size, I mean, can he play another position if needed?
That's another good point. And
I mean, he was a baseball player, professional baseball player in the Giants organization.
And we've seen Johnny King with some great athleticism, but it's just he hasn't been on the same page as his quarterbacks. We're now on the second quarterback.
Well, I think after last week, the St. Louis Attack was humbled. They thought they could just come out here. They went to the Expo last year, and I think that game reeled them in a little bit. And I think they've been working a little bit extra hard. Well, here we go. It's a squib kick by Fendrich. And DeAndre Jackson at the 10, up to the 15, makes a move, and he's brought down at the 13.
Still took 2 tacklers.
How about that? And with 55 seconds to go here in the ball game, the Attack
Travis Triplett, offensive lineman, St. Louis Attack. Follow us on Twitter at St. Louis Attack. Follow us on Facebook.
Again, I would maybe be a little bit conservative. Daryl Grady has performed very admirably in this ball game tonight, and I would maybe just hand it off to him, because anytime you throw, you've got possibilities of tip passes, interceptions, fumbles. You know, a lot of things happen when you are passing the ball.
As the fans here are just randomly breaking out into the power play dance seen at Blues games, but I think a big factor here, you can't go too conservative because Bloomington has 3 timeouts, and it becomes a 5-point game if Bloomington gets the defensive stop, so the touchdown will put them ahead.
All right, here we go. Quick pitch to the left side. Is that Jackson?
That is.
And Jackson,
no gain.
The sure-handed Jackson with the ball, and there's an immediate timeout call. We're going to keep it right here until the end of the game. We'll be doing a quick sign-off at the end. But, guys, we do need to think about the Paul Minio player of the game.
Well, as you think about that, I don't agree with that kind of an offensive call there. That's a quick pitch, and why don't you run the ball that's going to run more time off, whereas that quick pitch, he may get hit immediately, as he did, so just a couple seconds was off the clock there.
All right, I like this music.
Oh, yeah.
This reminds me of Cardinal baseball. I think Brian Roth has done one heck of a job tonight as the public address announcer.
Don't forget DJ Prue as well.
We all know DJ Prue. We want to thank Owen, Gary B's buddy.
He's my buddy.
Yep. Owen back in the broadcast
right
booth.
Now, 2nd down and 10. Quick pitch off to DeAndre Jackson again. DeAndre Jackson makes it to the 15-yard line before he's tackled. 45 seconds to go as the Edge call their second timeout.
Dave, every time we give someone kudos, he brings us right back into the action. We're going to call you no nonsense, Dave.
Yeah. Give him forward progress to the 17, gain of 4. 3rd down and about 6 to go.
That's why.
But Owen's been doing a great job behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah, Owen does a great job. Yeah. Now, you was your board op over at KFNS, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And he is with my September Living show as well.
All right, how about that? We like to give people kudos throughout our broadcasts.
Here we go.
And Dave Solomon. You know, in radio in St. Louis, people are very interchangeable. 45 seconds to go. A little bit of movement. Flag on the play.
Oh, no.
It is stopped it. Oh, my.
Pick 8.
There is a flag on the play, and if it's not, and if it's against, oh, wow. Nothing's been posted yet. Chris McKinney's arms are up in the air.
Illegal procedure on the defense.
Wow. Why don't you just run the ball, guys?
But it's as I've been saying all second half, Dan McMullen has not been able to hang on to the ball. Too many turnovers, whether it's fumbles, interceptions. Most of the time the Attack have gotten lucky. But
well, I tell you, the Attack got lucky right there, because with 39 seconds to go,
and it's
the Edge just about stole this ball game. I mean, there's silence right here.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the DJ going, but everybody in here is shocked. It's like my heart just dropped. Unbelievable. All right, here we go. 39 seconds to go. 1st down. Now they hand it off. I'm going to have to ask Chris about some of these daring calls towards the end of the game.
Now, that's our last timeout, isn't that correct?
Yes, scoreboard's still showing 3,
yes, it
but
does.
it's the 3rd one I've counted.
The Edge's last timeout.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. Edges are out of timeouts. 35 seconds left now.
All right. Well, Gary, we want to thank you for pinch hitting for Mike McNeil tonight.
A lot of big shoes to fill.
You know, Mike is
huge ones.
Mike's on assignment this evening, and we got him out here to do the pregame report. So Mike was definitely part of the broadcast team. Mike says he's got some feelers. He might be doing a little something with the SEC network down the road. So he's having a good time hanging out here with us at 1380 AM, talkstl.com. We're going to be doing some Mondays with McNeils from time to time, and that's a lot of fun. And we wish Mike the best, and we look forward to having him back next week. But Gary, you did a solid job.
Thank you. How about a knee?
Right now, 1st and 10 on the 22.
How about a knee?
Yeah.
Daryl Grady, they're trying to strip him.
I know.
Now, Daryl Grady is the guy I would think you want to hand it to right now.
Why
He's
not
the big fullback, but
why not a knee? Okay. Never mind. The clock stops.
No, there's a timeout.
Timeout for the attack.
Side. I don't know. Why would they call it a timeout?
Yeah.
Interesting. Write that down, Dave. All right, Dave doesn't need to write it down. Dave can do statistics, interview the coaches simultaneously, and do the color analyst.
I can do the play-by-play if needed.
I'm going to call you savant, but I'm not going to throw in the word idiot. You're like Rain Man. You're like the radio Rain Man.
Todd, if you want to head over to Paul Minio's, maybe see if the kitchen's still open for a quick bite or grab a libation, I can take this over the rest of the way.
I know you're chomping at the bit, buddy.
We need a Paul Minio's player of the game, though, before you head out of here.
I'm not heading out of here.
Before any of us head out of here, that is.
Guys, what do you think? Boom, boom, you got any input? No?
I would say either DeAndre Jackson or Marcus Dickinson, perhaps.
How about co-players of the game?
Let's go with
it. Is that
it.
a possibility? I think it is because
you're the Minio guy.
Well,
they each get
an
appetizer.
The offense, usually gets the Paul Minio player of the game, 333 Westport Plaza, 878-3231.
Wow.
And this is a pitch to the left side. Look at this guy. What is he doing?
Well, that's Antonio Ficklin. Antonio Ficklin, I was talking to Coach Johnson before the game, and he said that Antonio Ficklin, one of the great ambassadors for the game of indoor football, really knows how to put on a show for the fans. And right there, what is that the worm he was doing?
I was going to say, that's called the worm.
I mean, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I thought he was making love to the AstroTurf.
It's back to the breakdancing day.
But I mean, he was making love to the AstroTurf, but he's jumping forward about a foot. That's to a yard each time. It's amazing.
That's what I call a recipe for rug burn, if you ask me.
Rug burn. I hope he's wearing a cup.
I think the attack needs to convert here.
We're going to go for a field goal. Jason Knoll all the way back at the 13-yard line.
46-yard attempt.
46. Oh, my Lord. Snap back. It's a good one. Ball is blocked. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 17 seconds left. The attack go for a long field goal.
I don't know about the play calling.
I thought maybe a Daryl Grady run or maybe run around for 10 or 15 seconds. Try to get us maybe a little.
It's Bernard Quinn, number 90.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. There's 17 seconds left.
Get on your feet. Make some noise. Turn up with us. Let's go.
The Edge now are down 5 points. They got a defensive point. The crowd is doing everything they can right now to be noisy. But something just happened. The Bloomington Edge have the ball at the 13-yard line. First down, 17 seconds to go. A score, and they will upset the attack here at the end of the ballgame. Fendrich back to pass, and he's tackled. He's brought down at the 10-yard line. The clock is running, and they have stopped it.
That was Charles Henry just not letting Fendrich go out, and they weren't counting those earlier timeouts.
10 seconds
I don't know what was going on earlier because they're still saying.
Are you sure? Someone needs to keep track of the timeouts because some people in the broadcast booth
St. Louis Attack. It's time to make some noise. Let's go.
Apparently the referees say they're not. And there's 10 seconds to go, and this crowd is trying to will the St. Louis Attack to victory. 10 seconds left.
I should give Drew Fendrich credit, not trying to make too much where there was nothing to force it.
Bloomington Edge with the ball, 14-yard line, 10 seconds. Fendrich back to pass. He's got a guy open, and it's caught into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Bloomington Edge. Shocking with 5 seconds left to go in the ball game. And once again, Marcus Lewis on the catch. And we're going to have to rethink the Paul Minio player of the game now. And it's going to be Marcus Lewis unless something dramatic happens with the St. Louis Attack on the kickoff. Devastating turn of events with 5 seconds left. The Bloomington Edge have taken a 45-44 lead mismanagement on the offensive side of the ball is letting this game possibly slip away from the St. Louis Attack. No flags on the field, guys. And the crowd is just amazed right now. They don't know what to think.
We don't either.
Dave, here we go. They're going to go for the, they're probably just going to run around and try to take the clock off.
Is this even time, though?
They run around the left side and stop. There is no time on that.
Smart play right there. You don't want to force an interception that the Attack could return for 2 points.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it comes down right now to the kickoff. They're not going to, I don't think they're going to kick it to DeAndre Jackson, are they?
It'll be a squibber going down. Naturally, the clock does not start until one of the Attack players touches the ball.
The Attack have to decide, too, whether it's better off to return the squib and try to make something happen, or just take a knee and put it in the hands of Dan McMullen or in the leg of Jason Dahl.
Or Jason Dahl. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen.
All depends on what field position
that
is.
Would make sense right now.
Jason Dahl has had a shaky game, though.
Well, they don't want to. If they kick to DeAndre Jackson, I say DeAndre takes a shot at it, does what he can. But if they squib kick it, I say hold off, take an immediate knee, and then try to kick the field goal. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, with 5 seconds left in the St. Louis Attack game, the Bloomington Edge has just taken a 45-44 lead with a touchdown pass from Drew Friendrich to Marcus Lewis, who has taken over the percentage and voting right now for the Paul Minio's Player of the Game.
I think there needs to be a review on the timeouts as well.
Oh, definitely.
If that...
They're still showing 2 timeouts for the Edge up there.
The Edge has taken numerous timeouts throughout this game. I mean, what if they were out of timeouts and they took a timeout and they scored the touchdown? Do they protest this game?
I mean,
is that a possibility?
They might have to withhold the paycheck of the scoreboard operator.
Or the referee for not writing it down.
Yeah. All right, here we go, folks. And it's a squib kick. He bounces it down to DeAndre. DeAndre at the goal line. He brings it up, and they're running out of time. One second left. Whoa. 1 second. DeAndre got down. He had the perseverance and the wherewithal to get down. And there's 1 second left. There will undoubtedly be a field goal attempt by Jason Null from the 16-yard line. Dave, our savant, what would that make this?
That would make Jason Null the player of the game.
I agree with Scotty on that one. It'd be a 42-yard attempt.
Yeah. We've just brought somebody in, so it's going to come down, ladies and gentlemen. 60 minutes of play, exciting X-League action down. They're going to kick it from the 10-yard line.
I would move back 2 yards, to be honest.
It could be blocked.
They blocked it 3 times so far.
Well, he's got a great leg. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ball game.
Redemption time for Null.
All right, snap back. It's a high one. Kick up. It's long. And is it going to do it? Yeah! The St. Louis Attack win! And a field goal for the 10-yard line on the last play of the game. The Attack win.
Player of the game, Jason Null.
Oh my God! And the players are laying on the field. Unbelievable action, ladies and gentlemen. Come on down.
Unbelievable.
St. Louis Attack pull it out of the last play of the game.
44-yard field goal, and it barely made it over that crossbar.
The crossbar.
Way to go, baby. Way to go.
My heart and stomach had dropped. Look at Jason Dahl out there. He was at halftime playing catch with all the fans, and he comes up and wins the ball game for the St. Louis Attack with a last second, 1 second, and go back to DeAndre Jackson. They squibbed it. They wanted to run the time off the clock, but DeAndre Jackson, he came out, got just enough yardage, and got down on his knee to enable 1 second left on the clock.
Marcus Lewis, I would like to apologize to you. You lost the Paul Minio's Player of the Game award. We're naming co-players of the game. DeAndre Jackson.